And welcome back to Icewindale, Rime of the Frostmaiden. Been a while. We've had a holiday, a little break in between, but we're finally back to venture into the icy tundra. Last session, as a recap, you guys have made a deal with a giant kin. He's on the outskirts of Goodmead. He's expecting you to bring back a glorious kill so that you can make a feast for an interesting date between giantkin, basically playing Verbeeg dating sim. But that is on a time-sensitive issue. It's 15 days he's expecting this to come back. Otherwise, he said he'll go collect back his mead, insinuating that he's going to destroy Goodmead and take back what is owed him. Because he did take 3 kegs, I believe, or something like that, and deliver that to Goodmead. You had an election where the new speaker seems to be Shander Froth, but there's clearly some sort of shady dealings, some underhanded bribes going around that has secured him this position. And he's paid you to be quiet about the actual selling of this mead made from corpses. There's a troll, some sort of creature covered in bees, vulture bees, that are feeding on his regenerative flesh. And that's what's creating this honey. And yeah, it's unsavory. They themselves aren't drinking it, but they're going to try and sell it to other towns. And that's what they paid you to be quiet about. You escorted the refugees from Goodmead to East Haven, those who didn't want to partake in this. And you told Imdra about the ongoings there. And she's also given you a new mission. There's a powerful white moose that is apparently running riot in Lonelywood and terrorizing those 10-towners. So you decided that would probably be the perfect kind of feast for the actual Verbeeg, and so you're going to set out to do that. And on the way, you traveled to Bryn Shander. There you encountered some dwarves who seemed to be in dire straits. They offered you 50 gold piece rubies to go out into the tundra and collect a dog sled full of iron ingots. This was a delivery for the Black Iron Blades, but they were ambushed by some sort of yeti creature in the dark of this blizzard. It ripped one of the dwarves limb from limb. You agreed to do this and set off. You found the corpse, bloodied, frozen in the snow, but rather than finding a yeti, you found small little toad tracks that led to scavengers in this blizzard. Goblins have now claimed the sled as their own treasure, and they said they're not backing down because they didn't want to disappoint the boss. And as you're fighting out with these goblins, you heard a great roar coming from the west. This at first startled everyone into fleeing away, thinking it's the Yeti, but as it came out of the whiteout and into the light that Faith is barely keeping alight, you see that there are 2 polar bears in these harnesses that are pulling along this massive ramshackle wagon, and it is filled with goblins. You can see their little arrow points aiming at you guys, and there seems to be one goblin who's commanding this little hawk that's flying across the battlefield, and she's using a whistle to sort of keep eyes on everyone. And this hawk has flown down to you, Stef, and it's like trying to gouge your eyes out as you're retreating. Manny's up near the front and has pulled out an axe beak from the fuzzy bag of of strange creatures and is now like knocking out these goblins. Some of them were unconscious thanks to Roki's sleep spell, and the remaining few are either bloodied from the axe beak or from the spells being flung from Stef. But that is where we actually left off, right in the midst of battle. And I think the turn order still is... Yeah, we managed to keep the turn order as well. It was actually Manny's turn as this was taking place. So Yeah, we see from the eyes of the hawk, we kind of zoom in onto this battlement. There's a ridge above you that the hawk circles around, and as we zoom into the blizzard, we see this this frenzy about to take place. One of these polar bears looks incredibly pissed from where it was scorched with burning hands. And Steph, you quickly retreated afterwards. But the polar bears, I will say this: they do not look happy about pulling this wagon. Seems they're very much forced into this labor, and their roars are as much intimidating as they are like pained, aggressive, perhaps wanting to be freed. So we'll start this off with Manny's turn, who's probably going to try and just take out the last of these goblins because it's a quick hit and run for him. No issues. All right. Faith is also using her action economy to keep the light up at all times. If she doesn't, then you will be blind, or several of you will be.
Oh, for me, something hasn't loaded yet. I don't see it.
Okay, I'll take you to the map.
Oh,
there you go.
Thank you.
That would help.
Now I'm in B.
You're in? Oh, good. All right, Manny does manage to quickly sweep his legs into the fight, knock one out onto the ground, and then punch his lights out, and then falls back into the light of faith. And with his bonus action,
goblin hiding under the bird.
there is, yeah. He commands the Axebeak to stomp on its head.
Oh.
I think this one's actually asleep, but you know what? There's no mercy for the scavengers of Icewindale. Yeah, that'll do it. Ooh, God, this big, heavy foot just crushes his skull into the snow. And then he hits it with his beak. All right, that's it. And we can go on to Roki. Your turn.
I'm wondering if I could target the front of the car, kind of like damage the bit that connects it to the polar bears. Is there a way to do that, or
You could try and like hit one of the wheels. Although it's ramshackle and goblin engineering is not the sturdiest thing, it is kind of made from a thick wood still. But you could try and aim for like some of the gears that and dislodge it. In fact, do some of the artwork for it again because it looks so cool. I think it's called wagon. Yeah, it is. All right. Yeah, this is what you're staring at here.
okay?
Kind of thick wheels so that they don't sink into the snow. It's almost like a giant sled and / wagon.
So I can't try and like just break like the bit where like the ropes are connected to the polar bears. If I can fuck that up.
You could absolutely, yeah, go for that. One of them is actually burnt, and so one of the polar bears is very close to being freed.
Okay.
What kind of spell would you like to hit it with?
I don't really have much for just throwing damage, so I guess I'd have to do a Sacred Bolt. Do I just cast it randomly because there's nothing to target for the car?
No, there isn't. But you just want to just make this rope kind of burn away.
Yeah.
So I will say that this polar bear, basically heaves and snaps the remaining leash.
So I have to cast Sacred Flame then.
Yeah, that's fine. It was very close to just snapping thanks to that burning hands from earlier.
That was a delayed sound.
It was. Now, I'll say that this one's still restrained, but this one's free and it lets out that tremendous roar. There's several sleeping goblins around it near it as well. I'm going to actually roll it onto initiative separately now.
Okay. I just want to see how it reacts before we use our scroll.
Oh, yeah. It's pissed. It is roaring and thrashing against the remaining of its ropes. You can see it like dislodges several of the iron ingots with one swipe.
Well, I want to move myself down here so I can hopefully protect Faith and Manny from getting swiped at if it does go poorly for us. Who has the animal scroll again?
That would be Bellamy.
Bellamy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's just, yeah, so there's a character, like, wait to see how the polar bear's wrapped before wasting the scroll. And then I'll end my turn there.
Okay, as you move up and into the light. An arrow suddenly dings off of your shield. You can see the goblin archers. They've got a lot of cover in there. Let's actually give them 3/4. There we go. Alright, so that's where Roki's go. Moving on. Back to the top, in fact. This is the polar bear's go. Oh, shit. Well,
Polar bear do?
there are several targets. The wagon is a little bit less of a target because to reach the goblins, you'd have to, like, climb up.
Can I cast
There is
jump
also an axe beak. On your turn, yeah. You could do whatever you like, but right now it's thrashing, it's free, and it's going to choose a target. And I think, Stef, you're on the high on the list for having burnt it. So what we'll do... Yeah, but for a polar bear...
One attack of opportunity coming for it.
I mean, Stef is a bit
is.
far away, so...
Not for a polar bear. I mean, they could reach you,
It has to,
so I'm going to
run
roll on
past Faith and Manny to do that, right?
Since when have
Yeah, it would.
polar bears have that level of object permanence? I don't even remember that.
Polar bear doesn't have a concept of, like, opportunity attacks, of course. It will just charge at whatever it wants in a frenzy. But we're going to roll for it. I want to see what it does. So, on a 1, it's going to go for the axe beak. A 2 will go for Snorp. 3, Faith. 4, Manny, and 5, Stef. Oh, and actually, let's make 6 the goblins as well. Even though they are a little far away. So here we go. Yep. Everyone's favorite Snorp seems to draw the ire of this creature. Maybe it doesn't differentiate it between goblins and kobolds.
Oh, no.
Well, that's awfully racist.
Can't call a polar bear racist.
It is minimum damage. You're in luck. A quick bite at Snorp makes him yelp in pain. Ah! This thing is definitely aggressive. Use the scroll. Use the scroll. The swipe misses as he ducks underneath and cowers behind Roki. Okay, that's it's actually Snorp's go after that. He's definitely disengaging. He's running. And he's going to Bellamy like, do something! Alright, dead goblins, get out of my sight. Faith is keeping the light up. He's going to back up slightly. Let's keep light on the polar bear for you there. Another goblin archer takes aim. We'll say this one can go for Manny, I think. Yeah, we'll go for Manny. Of course, I roll well on that. Oh, Manny takes a shot to the side, and he is bloodied. Okay. Bellamy, he is going to cast the scroll. And he doesn't need to roll for this, because he has spells of that level to be able to do it. As he rushes forward into the fray, pulls out the scroll, reads the incantation, and you see the words light up. The scroll begins to tremble and then disintegrate to dust. And you see a flash in Bellamy's eyes, and as he opens his mouth, he speaks with that kind of roaring, growling cadence you're familiar with. And yeah, you can't understand what he's saying. But it seems as though he's trying to appease these creatures.
Wait, we
I'm gonna
can't
make him roll a
understand? I thought we could understand now.
He's got speak with animals, so the bears understand him.
But we don't
But
understand.
I'm gonna make him roll. No.
That's what?
No,
That makes no sense.
Bellamy has the ability to speak with animals. You guys just hear bear roaring.
Oh, Bellamy can understand them. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna give him a persuasion check here, and what he's saying will actually give him advantage based on your actions last turn, Roki, because you backed him up in that. 19. Well, it seems the polar bear looks down at the burnt and broken harness and leash that has basically just snapped that turn, and you helped do that, Roki. It looks back at that as Bellamy is talking, and then it looks back to the goblins, and it seems to suddenly turn and direct its attention straight towards the wagon. And it says something back in like a low growling tone, and then also looks towards the other polar bear, and Bellamy will basically translate for you and says, okay, I think I got it on my side. I told him that we would try to help free it. We just need to help free the other one, and they won't hurt us, okay? And that's his go. Goblin boss, all right. We've got advantage on a shot here. I'm going to take it. So it's going to aim at Stef for this one.
Oh.
Should be an advantage, but I think it's going to hit anyway.
What the fuck?
Okay, so this annoying little hawk, it's like rests on your shoulder, pecks your eyes, and as you swat it, it jumps over to your other one and then pulls one of your little dragonborn barbels out, like to the point where it feels like it's pulled out. Just as you're being distracted.
He did 8 damage to me. He pulled a fucking eye out.
Yeah. Well, that wasn't what was hurting you. It's as in that moment of distraction, you see a javelin launch from the top of the wagon and land straight into your side. That's what hurt. That's what hurt.
I was about to say,
it's your go.
Bird do 1d20 damage. What the fuck?
You can actually use your familiar. This is a little tip for you as a wizard. You can use your familiar to gain advantage on an attack, just the way they're doing now.
Oh.
So this is the help act. It's doing the help action.
What can I do here? Let's see, how far away am I? 50 feet. Huh? Wait, which polar bear doesn't want to kill us anymore? The close one or the far one?
Neither. Bellamy instructed you guys to try and free the other one, and so long as you do that, they won't hurt us.
How do I target him with alt, right?
Yeah, you can use alt.
Oh, don't miss.
No, wait, I don't
Are you
have...
actually...
Wait, I don't have a spell slot? How can that be? I never cast the spell since we... Huh?
Did you cast them last session?
Sure.
No, I have...
You definitely use Burning Hands.
Yes, but I have 3 level 1 spell slots, and it says here 0. Did they not refresh?
And you definitely use Shield.
Oh, okay, that could be. God damn it,
I'm not sure about that.
I want to cast...
The last one I'm not sure about.
Okay, because it has been so long, and I don't know, am I allowed to cast Jump on the polar bear? I think it would be funny.
I can recount 2 of the spell slots being used, but I can't figure out what the third one was. So yeah, I will say that you've got 1 left.
Okay. I'm using my turn to cast Jump on him, and then I'll back off behind Bellamy, behind Manny again.
Alright. You're definitely out now, though. Using your last ounce of magic to empower the polar bear. You see it suddenly spring up from the snow, and it looks like it's about to bound into the wagon. This is going to be fun. Okay, goblins, get off my neck.
I knew I could convince you, because I was sure, but I'm like, it's going to be pretty funny if the bear can jump, right?
Yeah. Oh, damn, the sleeping goblin is at the mercy of this group. I can't do anything with them. The hawk, continues to harry you, Stef, giving it advantage. Okay. Manny, just going to maneuver here. Has he got any ranged attacks? No. Okay. I
He's a
will
monk.
just have to
Don't
have.
ask. Don't ask.
Hmm.
You can't just ask a monk if he has ranged attacks. That's rude.
He's getting low as well, and I don't think he wants to take any more hits. I'm going to take the dodge action, but he's going to tell the axe beak to finish off the last sleeping goblin. So that'll be his. That'll be his go. If he takes another hit, he could go down. Okay, Roki.
My turn.
Roki, get in there. Absorb some hits for us. Tank.
Can I? I'm gonna shout to Faith. Hey, you take care of Stef. I'll throw a heal at Manny. And I think this is a bonus action. Healing word.
I feel like lane dancing is the biggest scam ever. I've never absorbed an attack.
Is there any movement reduction?
Yeah, so long as you've got your snowshoes on, you're good.
Okay, so I don't know if I'm taking attack of opportunity here, but I want to run in here and use my fucking mace to smash up the front of this to free the upper polar bear.
Yeah, absolutely.
Am I going to get attacked by this
Go
upper
ahead.
goblin doing it?
He's
Or
asleep.
He's asleep. Okay, fine.
Yeah. You can go ahead and roll a mace attack. That'll do it.
I want to
There is-
thematically say I was throwing a heal at Manny with one hand whilst pulling out my mace and just sprinting across.
Love
Just
it.
like healing
there's
him
this-
as I get out of range.
Where
Running
the
past the
leash
polar
is.
bear.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It is dangerous. You can see its eyes look at you, and it rises up onto its hind legs for a moment. And as you rush past it, it sees that you've got the mace, and you smash this scrimshaw-looking structure that was the leash was all wrapped around, and it just shatters into little bone fragments. And then the polar bear, just with a one quick pull, frees itself, and then it looks towards the other polar bear. They exchange some sort of roar, and they turn to face the wagon.
I have 10 more movement to back up a little bit, and hopefully the polar bears stay angry at the goblins. And my turn.
Oh yeah. Okay. Let's take a shot at you, Roki, as you're doing this, and you can hear the goblins panicking, like, "Oh no! Take out that one! Take him out! Oh, it's too late!"
Oh no!
And you see that an arrow does sink into your back as you're retreating. I got him! And the other one's like, "Fuck the polar bears! Do we still have any meat left?" Like, no. Jick Jack ate the doll. Oh. Polar bear number one is up, and as they're having this little back and forth, suddenly the entire wagon rocks as the polar bear launches from the open tundra and shatters onto the front, bending planks and wood flies everywhere. I'm just gonna have this thing like absolutely maul these goblins. God, that's one dead, surely. Is it alive? Oh, it missed? These fuckers? Oh, it's because he's got 3/4. Yeah, he doesn't have 3/4 cover against a polar bear. It's only against the range attack. So that is a hit, and he takes 8. Oh yeah, he's dead. Next one, he hasn't got any cover. You just hear the screams and blood-curdling cries of these goblins, and you just see blood splatter across the candlelit interior.
Are both the polar
that
bears
one
on
does
the same
miss,
thing
though.
then?
I will roll this one onto initiative now, as you freed
Okay.
it just then. I don't think they're going to be able to put up much of a fight. Okay, that's it. Snorp. He's just retreating, I think. Panicking, fleeing into the blizzard. Faith. Keeping a light up is her action. But if
yeah,
she
just do that, I
stops,
forgot.
she won't. Yeah. Also, she doesn't have any spell slots left, believe it or not. Alright, the goblin up here retreats, runs, and they're not sticking around. They jump off the back of the wagon. There's a little ladder, and they climb down and begin to run for it. And they have got a bonus action disengage, so he gets to there. Bellamy says, "All right, that looks like that did the trick. Want Wonder if there's anything worth looting in there, he says. It's probably what fellow would say. Okay, Goblin boss. The boss pulls off the torch off the side of the wagon and throws it down to the bottom where you can see there's a load of, well, actually you can't see into the interior, but you guess as much that it is full of tinder because it suddenly lights up in a massive blaze of flame. You can hear the polar bear like probably roar, and I'm gonna have to roll its deck save. Okay, just get scorched a little bit. Wow. Okay, so 5 fire damage to the polar bear, and the goblin boss jumps off the wagon as they're doing this, retreating with the other one, and you can hear a sharp, high-pitched whistle to try and recall the hawk that is in your face, Stef. But it looks like they're in full retreat, and they say, "Purge the wagon! Let's just get back to home base!" That's it. That's their go. Stef.
It's my turn. Okay. Let's figure out what to do here. Let's move up here. Oh wait, is everybody dead?
Looks like there's one goblin sleeping. Yeah, right underneath the polar bear.
Can you go? Thank you, sir.
Do you want to eat him?
I think I just do a nice little ray of frost here.
You should. Oh wait, yeah. He's done the
Oh wait,
nearly hit the polar bear.
Oops.
I unselected it. Well, that was embarrassing.
That's all right.
I'll have my turn.
All right.
Oh, nice.
Okay, the hungry polar bear is going to show you how to do it.
Yeah.
Got advantage.
I had advantage too.
Because it was prone, it's actually a flat roll. But no fear, this polar bear puts its jaws around the goblin's head and just clamps down, and like a watermelon bursting, you see blood across the snow. All right, Orc is actually going to go into full retreat. Steph, you get an attack of opportunity on this thing.
Yeah, I'll roll an attack. Can I target that? I can.
Yeah, you can.
Hey, you hit a flying hawk. Nice.
Oh shit! Oh god, you cut off its wing and it goes into a barrel roll and hits the side of the ridge.
It just jumps up and you just swing out a sword and cut it in half. You're like, okay.
He had it coming.
Brutal. Alright. I think this battle looks like it's over. I'm just going to say, Roki, is there anything you want to do? Oh, you can try to give chase if you want. I think Manny probably would, right?
Maybe. I think I want to, keep my eyes in front of me looking at the polar bears and respectfully take a step back. I want to look like I'm being respectful to them, or trying to be.
Yeah, keep your distance. I mean, they're tentatively your allies, right? Seems.
Yeah. I feel like running away is a bad thing, so stepping away seems good. Let's do that.
Okay.
My turn.
I think Manny's actually going to do the same then. All right. That brings us to the top of initiative. This polar bear is flailing around in the fire, not going to want to stay on that, so he's just going to leap, jump down, land on one of these goblins. God, can they get away from this? Not if the polar bear dashes, I guess. Yeah. Oh, fuck. Oh, brutality in the distance. Some of you can't see it because of your lack of dark vision, but you can hear it. The polar bear's roars tell you all you need to tell. The goblin boss is somehow surviving though.
Wait, there's goblin boss? Where?
Yeah, that's the one in charge of the whistle and stuff. It's going to disengage as a bonus and dash.
The bear can jump after him?
It kind of can, yeah.
It can.
Whether it wants to or not. It kind of goes out of sight at some point, though. Polar bears don't have dark vision, So kind of maybe loses track, but it can definitely. I'll say this: we're gonna end combat unless you want to give chase.
Sorry here to correct you, but polar bears are actually not visual hunters. They hunt by smell.
That's true. Which is why what I'm thinking here is this polar bear. The last thing you see as this goblin screams into the distance is the polar bear leaping. Like you just see the silhouette of this furred monstrosity leaping over the ridges after it. That's the thing. That's the last thing you see going into the distance. The rest of you will say the combat is definitely over.
Loot the wagon. Let me loot the bandwagon. Do I find something?
You find a lot of fire. This thing is fully ablaze.
Okay.
Yeah, that goblin boss wasn't allowed to let anything go into the enemy hands,
Fire
perhaps.
am I allowed to take with me?
Much as you can bottle.
Okay.
All right. Now, this polar bear turns and it seems to eye Bellamy again. And for a moment, Bellamy kind of like tries to communicate back with it, and it lets out one more kind of aggressive, territorial like roar. And Bellamy steps back and says, "Yeah, I don't think we can convince them to join the party or anything, but I think they're happy. I think that was a happy roar. They're happy to be freed, but we best just let them go on their way."
God, no one tell Manny that.
One of the
He's trying to convince them.
This polar bear picks up another corpse of a goblin in its jaws as perhaps a late night snack and begins to trudge off into the blizzard. What would the rest of you guys like to do? The iron ingots are still intact though. And the dog sled is there.
Are we still in initiation?
No, we're not in combat.
Okay.
Yeah, we're
I was like, hey, is someone doing okay? That seemed a bit painful. Anyone hurt?
Bellamy is... I'm fine. I took hardly a scratch in that.
Stef, you good?
I think I have like 10 broken bones, but otherwise I'm good.
There's a javelin sticking out of his shoulder.
Oh yeah, and I have this thing sticking on my shoulder.
Okay, how about...
Meanwhile is screaming.
We get the loot and we get out of here. We can attach that thing to the axe beam, can't we?
Yeah, we can.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. Anyone want to...
Great idea, actually.
Do we have time to raid the thing, or should we get out of here as quickly as we can? What does everyone think? Because I don't know if Yetis are real, but there might still be more danger out here.
Yetis are not real.
Keeping the meme alive.
Okay,
Nice.
Does anyone really want to try and loot the caravan?
Well, I didn't. Like, I missed that it was completely, like... Can we loot the goblin corpses? Do we find anything on the goblins?
They have rusty bent scimitars and a couple of snapped shields. Other than that, no, they don't have much on them.
Okay, let's say why we're talking. I'm like attaching the thing because
Yeah.
I guess no one wants to loot the thing. Then let's start heading out. If there's no objections.
I would like to go to an inn. I have a hole in my shoulder.
That's a good idea. I guess we start making our way up then. Let's go.
Like throw down something to make it look like it's on a blaze, but yeah, you get the idea. The whole thing goes up in flames, leaving a beacon to any of those out on the open tundra, including maybe even the Yeti. Might even be coming back for the rest of that dwarf. Who knows? But
Maybe.
yeah, you guys gather up your things, huddle around the light of faith, and have the axe begin to haul his iron ingots back towards Bryn Shander.
I guess not looting was the good idea.
There was no loot to be had on that flaming rust bucket of goblin filth. Trust me. the scavengers don't go out with loot; they come back with loot. So don't you worry, you're not missing out on much there. It's just tinder. All right, let's go back to Icewindale map. Now, the blizzard is still raging, and I think just to make sure that you're heading back in the right direction, it's not going to be a hard check.
Why
In fact,
is there a
might be-
corpse written on the map?
Because that's where the corpses go to be
Because-
fed to the.
Good meat is no longer
Patrol.
good meat.
Oh.
It is now corpse meat.
Oh, okay.
I'm just going to give Bellamy one last roll here. Should be a survival check to help you get back. Yeah, it's easy enough. You're able to follow your own tracks, heading back the way you came. However, as you're going, I will require a frost save from everyone. So if you recall, that's on your features. It's basically a constitution check plus your frost weather clothing, which is already automated. So yeah, if everyone could just click that.
Does everyone include me?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
I'm not here yet.
We'll get to you. Yeah, you're not here yet. Only when you join the party, that's when things go horribly wrong. I mean, what?
What?
Oh, I'm joking. Roki's rolled. Everyone else? Oh wait, Manny's not even here. Huh? So, Stef, could you roll a frost save for me? Well, that's not good for Manny. Two of you seem fine, but Manny is really struggling.
Wait, didn't
Might be the
Manny
fact
have-
that he.
Didn't he have the fur lining?
He does have fur lining. He has everything.
So he has plus 10 to that.
Yeah.
Which should be
you're saying?
14.
Okay, let me add that. 14 is still a failure in a blizzard. It's bad,
Oh, yeah.
and it's getting late as well. The DC for this was actually like ridiculously high because you left it quite late to get to this location. It was like 2 p.m. by the time you left Brinshanda. You traveled for like 2 hours here, and now you're traveling 2 hours back. It's late in the evening. Temperatures drop. The blizzard is also a -5, and so Manny is like under some severe hypothermia at this point. I'm going to give him a level of exhaustion. As you are trudging back through the snow,
How are Faith
Hope-
and Norb doing?
Faith. Oh god, Faith. Well, Snorb's quite like acclimatized to this kind of weather.
Okay.
But I will. Yeah, I will roll for Faith though. Good shout.
DM forgets to roll, you don't remind him.
Also, Faith has also got a plus 10 to that as well, because of her natural kind of resistance. Ever since ever since she called out to Oral and she answered, it feels as though some of the cold is held at bay. And let me just check if she's got something. No, okay. Just get one level, but she's not getting hypothermia. As you are trudging through the blizzard, you can only hope that that beacon of fire isn't attracting anything. But the blizzard is slightly abating as you're heading back to Brinshanda. You're here, by the way. Snorps your little party token here. This is where you did the fight, and so as you're traveling back, even in this complete whiteout, you can still just about make out silhouettes of things up ahead, and Faith is keeping a torch alight. And it's when you get to about here, there is something distant, something crunching in the snow. It seems to be of a large, broad-shouldered shape. It makes no obvious sounds of like roars or polar bears, but as you get closer, it definitely looks like there is some sort of like fur kind of blowing in the wind that everyone can just about make out. And it's heading like straight towards you guys. What do you guys do?
Have we got any fish I can throw down and run away?
It could be a crag cat. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
You've got some rations, definitely.
Stef, you got any ideas?
No. I have no strong opinions.
If that's a crag cat, we don't have any corpses nearby to distract it with.
Yeah, that's what you did last time. That was clever. Yeah.
Last time you you left some goats behind.
Yeah.
Where are your goats?
Can I have a little out of character thing going here? What if Bellamy is gone, right? He said he quit the campaign, right?
Bellamy is with the group.
Right.
He's with you.
No, I mean Bellamy, the player. Andre said he quit, right?
Oh, Andre. Yeah, right.
What if he heroically distracts the thing as a send-off? Just throwing it out
well,
that's not in his character. That's not gonna happen.
He for sure tries to come up with a plan, though.
Yeah.
He will say something like, "Well, it obviously knows we're here. It probably found out from that big beacon that was lit." He starts to like unsheath his sword and says, "You better not be a Yeti. Fuck." I'll try to use. He starts to speak in like some sort of animalistic language, using the last few minutes of that spell that was cast earlier, and so he lets out these kind of like this. It sounds more like a roar of a large cat, if anything.
See, I told you guys, Yetis aren't real.
And just as you're hesitating as to what to do, you have Bellamy's got a weapon drawn and pointed it in this individual. Is when it finally comes into the light. Except this isn't a Yeti. They seem to be wearing cold weather clothing, leathers, furs, and they have a weapon as well, but it's not drawn, sort of sheathed over their back. And I would like Zaelong to describe their character.
From the blizzard, you'll see a 6.5 foot white tabaxi with tiger striped pattern on his coat, blue eyes, white fur coming towards you.
I cast Fireball. No, wait, I can't do it.
Can I shout out, who are you? What are you doing out here?
I could ask the same to you, but you may call me Tracker.
Tracker, well, I turn around. There's polar bears back where we just came from, and they are angry.
And one of them can jump really far.
Tracker, you saw the big plume of fire. It was a beacon in the midst of this blizzard.
You sure know?
Not too.
Sorry. You sure know how to get attraction pulled on yourself. Not sure if that's your intention.
You weren't heading towards the big fire, were you?
Oh yeah, my egg mother called me very attractive. Okay.
I noticed the fire. I am not a cracked cat.
Oh. I'm Snorp. And I'm Faith. You see the young, timid tiefling raise her torch higher to try and get a good glimpse of you. Have you just been walking around in the dark here? Where have you come from?
I've been traveling the wilds for some time, trying to see if I can find people to assist me. You shouldn't be here.
We shouldn't be here. We're the heroes of Goodmead.
You shouldn't be here at this time in this weather.
We can handle ourselves.
True.
Have you heard of the heroes of Goodmead? Have you heard what we did?
I don't meddle in the townsfolk's
We saved the town from starving. We saved them from a hag. You haven't heard about us.
That's right.
Wow. Where do you go? Where else is safe around here?
Nowhere is safe. Not with this cursed weather.
Stef, is it me or is this guy not really answering questions?
I don't know. He seems suspicious. But what
So we
do
don't-
I know about people? He looks fluffy. Can we pet him?
You may not.
Manny or Bellamy have anything to say?
Bellamy says, well, we're heading back to Brinshand, so if you want to tag along, sure, but we're not too trustworthy ourselves, I guess you could say. Last time we met at Tabaxi, things went bad for us. So if you heard about that part from Gumi, then just know he's still doing alive and well.
I have no relatives in Godmead.
Oh, all right then. Well, we got to get these iron ingots back. So why don't we talk where it's nice and warm? The North Look is where we're staying, so
I
you
will
can meet us
be.
there after we drop these off.
If you don't mind, I will aid you with this card.
Maybe you can
All right,
tell
but
us.
don't expect any
this-
payment.
Maybe you can tell us this mysterious story on your way of looking around for heroes in the worst place to look. Looking around for help.
If you want to know,
What you're telling us.
if you want to know a story, I can tell you a bit about the Dill from a few years ago, where the season actually moved on instead of being frozen in this eternal winter.
I would like to hear that. Faith sort of says. I'm actually here to figure out more about Oriel.
I cannot tell much about Orel. I do know that my people are afraid and lost their ways and believe that there is only salvation in Orel.
Your people believe in oral?
Yes. Not just my
What?
people. My people used to follow Tempest, the Flaming Blade. But with the cult, they lost their ways, they abandoned it, and they left for Orel out of fear.
What about you? What do you follow?
Me?
Yes.
I follow the Great Kavaki, the Ram Lord.
You can roll a religion check on that one, Roki. Or anyone if you'd like.
Yeah. It's weird, Manny being so quiet.
Yeah.
Manny just
You
in
can add-
pain, hobbling along.
You can add guidance as well if you'd like. Oh, you
guidance for
don't? Do you have
myself?
guidance?
Yeah, I've guidance to follow my.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you can cast on yourself. Just roll a d4. There you go, 4. So 10. You don't know much about Kavaki, but the name does spring a kind of picture into your head. The Ram Lord. You remember a picture of this powerful, muscular-looking individual wielding a giant great club. Kind of looked like a Goliath, but you don't know what they follow or what they mean. You sort of remember the imagery. That's all you get on that 10.
Well, we've really got to get going because we don't want to be in the snow any longer. So, what's
Yeah, you're
what's your
walking and
plan?
talking.
We're basically walking towards town, right?
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
You just following us along, okay?
You're walking and talking towards Branchanda, but I can speed you along and have you just get there and deliver these iron ingots if you'd like. So the black iron blades, they that's where you remember the dwarves. The frostbitten dwarves wait for you outside the hammering of this nearby settlement, and they see you coming, and you hear them rush over. They say, "Did you manage to get?" Oh, and she sees the massive dog sled. Oh, thank Muradin. We'd worried for you out there. As soon as that blizzard it started, as soon as you set off, we can't thank you enough. And the other two dwarves start like looking over the supply of iron ingots, making sure they're all there. As promised, here you go. And she reaches into the bag and hands each of you a 50 gold piece ruby. And I believe, yeah, each of you have got one. So I'm going to say Manny. Hold on. Actually, I've got them on here. I can actually drag them onto your sheet. Hold on. Let's have a look. Roki. That way it saves any bickering between money being split.
Can it
Just
be
each give you
established that
one.
everyone gets a gem?
Yeah, it's a bloodstone.
But wait, who are we talking to at the moment?
Sorry,
You're talking to the
the dwarves,
dwarf
the blade,
What's their
and the
name?
foaming.
the black iron blades.
What's
Her
their name?
name is Runa.
Tuna. Okay.
Runa.
Well, the gold is much appreciated. You might want to warn anyone around. There's polar bears out there that were
Very much
very
so.
angry at anything that looks like a goblin.
Noted. Well, we'll be probably resting up and then heading back there into the Dwarven Valley in the next couple of days. I was also going to ask, did you pull back the body as well? Did you bring back what remains of that? You had probably room on the
Oh,
the
yeah,
dog
he would have
sled.
been on the sled, right? Yeah, so it's on the
Yeah,
sled.
you could have done that. As a result, the other two dwarves, they seem to let out a heavy sigh, but turn to you and say, "We'll sing your praises in the Dwarven halls. If you're ever in the Dwarven Valley and you need shelter from the cold, you'll be welcome in our great halls."
That sounds good to me. I look forward to this thing. Give your friends a good burial.
Around,
Stay safe.
aye. There'll be a round of ale waiting for all of you.
Well,
Ah,
hate to have you leave here, but we really need some rest. We've got a few injuries around. You know, it's Manny's not talking like he used to. We really need to lick
Lips
our
are like
wounds. So
frostbitten.
we'll have to wish
No
you guys a
worries.
good day and make on our way. Does that sound good?
Aye. Best of luck to you.
Same to you.
Yeah. All right. With that, then, you can head to the Northlook and begin resting up. And where is the Northlook? Here we go.
It's near the northern gates. Oh, sorry, you were looking for the map.
All right, and we can add tracker to it too now as well. So you come back into the warm, cozy interior of the Northlook. Not as busy as it was last you were in here, but the fireplace is still lit. So we grab your characters.
Okay. Well, does our new friend want to buy a round of drinks for us? And what's the answers to some questions?
You cannot count on me buying drinks as I do not have any money. Where I come from, I don't have need for money.
Okay. I'll buy us a round of drinks then. Sit still. I'll head over to the barkeeper and hey, excuse me.
So this is Scramsax, I believe, of Northluke. He's the old crusty sailor. He's like, welcome back. Did that the Knucklehead song give you the advantage you needed? The inspiration to overcome the cold?
Well, we managed to handle a polar bear, so it didn't hurt.
There you go. See, old Bitey never fails.
So, also recommend a drink for our new cat friend here. I point over to Tracker.
Oh, well, we got this new fine vintage just came in from Goodmead.
As long as it's not milk.
Anything not from Goodmead.
Oh, all right. Well, fair enough. Yeah, we got the usual grog. It's not as good as the Goodsmead stuff, but it's the last we have. Otherwise, it's just like elven wine, but that's pricey shite.
Oh, we got some grog for the table. Get everyone well
Yeah.
warmed up.
All right. You hand over a couple of copper and you get yourselves a round of grog. And yes, it is the worst shit you've ever tasted. But dire times.
I disagree.
How much gold did we get from that thing again? Sorry.
50 gold each. So
We
I
had
put
50
on your
gold.
item. It's on your sheet already. It's a bloodstone there.
Oh,
With 50 gold. I was going to say ruby, but you just rename it. There you go.
oh, okay.
And each of you have one on your sheet. And Steph, it kind of does match the similar dazzle of your own shovel. You'd look for a place to like stick it on if you wanted.
My shovel. Can I like just tie it around my back?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
All right.
Manny, you've been oddly quiet. You gonna go get an early night? You seem like you need it.
He's shivering cold, and you see that his lips they've gone blue from the hypothermia.
Are we doing a long rest? Can I press the button?
We're still talking.
We're still
Yeah,
drinking.
you can.
Be involved in the roleplay.
You'll get a long rest at the end of this. So if you want to click it now, you can, but unless you get into a bar fight in between now and then. But,
that's great.
Yeah, you can click it.
I have a javelin in my shoulder. I'm not getting into fights. It's still sticking
No,
out.
the Faith is dealing with that right now as you're talking. He's like bandaging you up.
No bar fighting for me, sir.
Snob says, so you don't collect shinies where you're from?
Do you eat
where exactly? Yeah, where exactly is that? Everyone loves shinies.
Can you eat shinies?
That's not wood.
I've tried broke tooth.
You can buy food with shinies.
You can find food in the wilderness.
Hey, Snorp, you can come over here and look at my shovel.
You can become the food in the wilderness.
Yes.
Oh, yes,
that
yes.
Is many the way it should be.
Many of Snoop's friends have become food.
You think sacrificing and having less is some kind of honor?
Based on red pill.
All that work the fellow people around you and around this planet put into making things better for each other, and you reject them and act like you're above them.
Well, the people think that they're making stuff better. They only take from the world. They don't give back.
No, what the fuck?
Wouldn't it be fair for the world to take back?
I see people giving back constantly. We share with the world. We work with it. There are many protecting the lives of animals otherwise might not survive. We live in a...
Sorry, Roki, have you never heard of survival of the fittest? I'm sorry, animals don't give a shit. They eat each other.
We are the only species that will protect other species instead of letting them go.
What do you mean you're the only species? You're a human.
No, as in like the talking species, as in like a. I'm attributing
Humanoids.
all like the all the humanoid people.
Okay, I'm not sure, but we can talk to animals if we want to. You
Like
know,
we're different races, but we're all similar, and we're part of the societies.
I get what you're trying to say, Roki. Yes, but I have seen in nature animals they've tended to and taken other animals into their kind of like circle. Not common, but animals can show compassion and empathy.
Maybe so, yeah. So I get a personal choice to want to live a different life, but to act like it is more moral or more just than your fellow. Well,
You seem to
Fellow
misunderstand.
evolved
I'm not saying that I'm more moral. I'm just saying this is my way.
And what
So-
way is that exactly?
Survive of nature. Live with nature. Be with nature.
like a druid.
In a way. I have no... What's the
Yeah.
word? Interest in
Bomb?
magics.
oh, he's a barbarian. Oh.
So you're like a nomad
Yes.
here?
Are you
And-
familiar with the Regga tribes? The nomads in this region?
Oh,
We are not from around here, most of us.
those are the hunter gatherers. I think they live on the outskirts of 10 towns.
Yes.
I did read about them.
Okay.
Snob says, oh, well, Reggae tribes hunt us. We have to hide from them. Very vicious, scary. They wear pelts, like
Oh, so they're the kind of
Animals.
people who would hunt people like Snorp, then.
Not
oh yes,
only
and
people.
your people too.
Our tribes
Big
used to
party.
follow only the moose and follow the moose. But the
The
herds
reindeer,
have
yeah.
been the reindeer. But the herds have been dwindling, and the numbers couldn't keep up because of this weather.
Has been common for many places around here.
Just this region.
So,
Yeah.
what is this great adventure? What is this story behind someone who will tell a very vague story to some strangers and then follow them to an inn for a drink?
What I can see is that you're a group of people, not from around here, crazy enough to travel in the wilderness. Which means you might be crazy enough to actually have the courage to help me in what I need to do. Because I have no clue what I need to do. Just the goal, not the way to get there.
Crazy?
Anyone
Who's
understand what he's
crazy?
saying?
I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy.
Rats are really crazy.
You're saying that
Fate says,
you're asking me if I understand what I'm saying?
If anyone here understands, I'm very confused.
Faith says, I think I'm in the same position. I want to learn and understand more about Oriel, but she's an uncaring and cold goddess. I can't simply reach out for her and talk to her. I've only got her actions to go by, and even those don't make sense. According to the 10-towners, she's been kidnapping people. And why she's put this spell over the world, if it is indeed her, I have no answers for that either. So I sort of understand where you're coming from. You want something to change, but you don't know how to
I
do it.
not just want something to change, something needs to change.
Hmm.
I'm sure a lot of people around here feel like that.
Yes,
Well,
they
a lot
do.
of people barely getting by.
People feel that something needs to change, but no one actually has the courage to stand up to it.
Oh, they're all scared. They're all terrified. People are making dangerous bets just to get by. Can you blame them? It's not their fault that things have gone how they've gone.
That's correct. It's not their fault that things are going the wrong direction. But it's technically their choice to let it happen.
Yes, it's not our fault that we tried to kill you on that bridge. We were just hungry.
I don't think it's fair to say that people are letting it happen. I think very few feel like they have the power to do anything, and feel like you're treating people as if they come from anywhere with opportunity. Maybe the best option is to just survive. Maybe anything else to them will make it worse. And you
But
say
when
we're
survival comes to
crazy.
Do you disagree?
Like, you say we're crazy, which kind of sounds like you agree with them, but trying to do anything seems like a bad idea. But I think the difference between us and them is we have a reason to go out there and try it. We have a reason to go look for something. They don't. As I watch him in a stunned silence, I just down the rest of my drink and slam it down.
Yeah, sure. Faith kind of pushes her drink. She's only taken a few sips over to you, Roki, seeing you finished one. Like, you can just have mine. But when survival comes at the cost of
Survival
taking
always
advantage of others,
Survival always
working-
comes at the cost of the expense of others. Not by taking advantage of them. It just is.
what about a community working together? Like, you say you're from the Reged tribe?
Yes.
Don't you have, like, everyone has their own responsibility, or
Yes.
doesn't everyone work together?
Yes.
That's not taking advantage of each other. That's working as a pack. As a
But
tribe.
as a pack, we still hunt and take other lives. Not only human lives, but also of the nature. That's taking advantage. That is.
Isn't it,
Sorry,
is it not like a circle?
Yes,
You
that is correct.
then die, your bodies to ash, to grow the crops. They feed on the crops. That's the circle of life.
Isn't that what I said?
Oh. So would you agree?
Yes.
In that case, this thing, this curse, it's broken that circle.
Correct.
And that's what you want to change. I see. Hmm.
And how
I
do we
think-
factor into that?
I don't know. I just know I can't do
early
this on my
days.
own.
I mean, we've got a lot of people we've got to help right now. We've got a giant moose to track down. We've got some ogres to deal with. We are in the middle of, well, a rough situation. A lot of people might die if we can't do this. So, if you can help us, maybe we'll give you a chance after that. But I'm going to call it a night. You can decide in the morning what you're doing. I'm just going to head off to the barkeep and talk about having somewhere to sleep tonight.
I felt the same as well, Cracker. I didn't think I could do this
I
alone.
have no quarrel in assisting with whatever you're doing. But before that, I have one question to ask you. If you're
Me?
still there.
Or
The
the Roki, sorry.
Roki
Oh,
or
I'm
the
gone.
group.
You can talk to the rest of them. I'll talk to you in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah, alright. The Roki, you can actually head up these stairs here. There you go.
Is there any reason why you are here? Stuff that you need to do?
No, I was just kind of bored.
Hmm.
Awkward
That's true.
silence.
Okay.
I don't know whether that's true, Faith says.
I have my reasons.
But
I'm really bad at lying.
yeah, you can see straight through it. He's clearly got his reasons, but it's obviously like the vague, cold answer. Well,
I see.
I think
yeah.
you seem to be in the same situation as myself and maybe others. You're right. None of us can do this alone. None of us can really achieve our goals here by ourselves. This cold, this curse, it's affected everyone. And I think Roki's right. At this point in time, the best thing we can do is to help those in the most need. Once we've sort of saved those people, then we can maybe set our eyes on bigger things. But it's still early days, and we don't really know fully what's going on, but maybe the 10 Towners can enlighten us on what's been happening and where we should go.
Falcon?
The 10 folk, yeah. The tame folk, I guess they're kind of tame. I've lived on the streets for most of my life, so I actually welcome the tameness for once. Cozy beds, warm fires. I won't say no to that.
I definitely will, if you don't mind me. As you will go to bed, I'll try to see if I can find a spot near the stables or something. You'll find me there
is
tomorrow.
Shanda's stables. The stables? Alright. Faith kind of gives you one last nod. Hope to see you in the morning. She heads off to bed as well.
Oh, that's
Now-
not the way out.
You can click a long rest if you'd like on your sheets. We're gonna just
Where
skip over
is-
to the morning.
Oh, there it is.
Another upstairs.
But
But
Tracky,
darkness. I don't know what's gone wrong with the upstairs.
there's light up there.
It's just darkness for me.
You're over here.
Did you want me to roll
Over here, Ricky.
the
Oh,
frost
just out in the
check?
middle of nowhere. Am I?
No, you just roll. Hold on. You can see over here, can't you, Dingo?
It's just darkness for me. I don't see anything.
Really? Oh,
I see
hold
me,
up.
but
It might be because of this.
there we go. Now I see it.
There you go. My bad. All right.
Wow, I got the good then.
So, yeah, you did somehow. The sweet. All right. The actual stables themselves, you can head on in. I think.
Oh
There's
wait,
actually-
I need my long rest.
Yeah, do that.
Finish that. There we go.
Hold biting.
I no longer have a hole in my shoulder. The healthcare in this region is really good.
Yeah, funny that. It's almost like you're powerful superheroes.
It's
that
like Faith is watching over you.
Yeah. All right, so the
Normalize
stables here, they do
healthcare.
actually. Sorry?
I said normalize magical healthcare.
Yeah. So this stables has a living space, private living space for Chathra Wolfherder, who you meet as you're entering in. They're a half orc, and their wife Faye Kua, who's also a human. But there's a second floor centered around a common area, which 3 small passages extend, and there's a pair of doors opening off of them. One of these passages includes a spiral staircase returning to a ground floor, which has a lively barking can be heard. There's a bunch of dog sleds down here, as well as the actual dogs themselves. And this huge barn is divided into smaller little kennels. And if it's warm enough for these dogs, you'd hope it's warm enough for you. Of course, they got like thick fur, and they tend to all like bundle up together like this big cuddle puddle, just to stay warm. It's up to you. If you'd like to try, you can get in get in under the warmth. Yeah. Okay.
I'll
If that's
share
the
the
case,
warmth.
then sure. I'll tell you what. Give me an animal handling check then. See if they'll let a cat into the dog pile.
That would be a 10.
A 10? Okay. They're a little bit cautious at first, seeing you as one of the outside, but after a while they start to warm up to you. These dogs have been reared from pups. They're used to humans and other
Humanoids.
folk. Exactly. So they are actually friendly for the most part. And after a while you can get close enough to sort of keep yourself warm. So that would actually, just being, by the way, just huddling up like this actually does give you a plus to your frost save.
Your frost
Roki
check,
just
okay.
get thrown out of a window, by the way.
The stairs are broken. The stairs seem to just take you to a random place. Both times I took the stairs, it took me to somewhere else.
Those
Yeah,
ones work,
they're-
and
yeah,
then
they're
when you
just
go
random.
back down, you just get thrown out of a window. That's great.
Guys, I found some teleporting stairs. I'm very confused.
Oh dear, that's my bad. I forgot to fix that, but that's cool. I didn't expect there to be combat on this map anyway. Sort of a fun thing. I'll say
God.
give me a frost save, but you can add another plus 2 onto this.
21.
Hey, there you go. Actually, you did matter because it's a dead of night. It's freezing cold, and so yeah, getting into that warm cuddle puddle actually saved you from some
First
frozen.
I freeze to death. End of
Those-
session.
Yeah, right. Okay, cool. So you all waken in the morning, warm, rested, and with a bill to pay for renting the rooms. So Scramsack says, right, let's see. It was 4 of you, 4 rooms. Faith says, I'll pay for mine, that's okay. Right, okay. In that case, the rest of you, I think that's... Is it? I think it's like a gold a night. I'm just double checking that actually.
What's the lifestyle?
North look.
Modest?
Yeah, and you're getting meals, and this is also like the pay for your beers and stuff. But yeah, modest.
Modest is about 2 gold a day, but just the room would be 1 gold, I guess.
Right. There you go then. So just knock off 1 gold each. If you have it. Yeah, looks like you're minted actually. Stef is anyway. I'll knock one off of
Can you
Manny.
wherever it needs to be?
Wait, I
Sorry,
have
say
no
that again?
gold, but I have a ruby. How do I what do I do?
I'll knock one off of Manny as well. He'll pay for you. So he's down to 41. And Snorp just sort of shared a bed with Manny, so that's fine. Okay. All right. Where would you like to set off today?
Well, we need to talk about that moose we were looking for.
Oh yeah, that's how about we have that chat with Tracker first?
Good morning, all. I see everyone's ready at the same table immediately. Everyone very prepared.
Yeah. Faith comes and visits you in the stable, Tracker, and says,
Oh.
the group are discussing where they would like to go in the morning. But I thought I'd come by and let you know. Did you get enough rest?
Yes.
Oh. Surprised you stayed so warm in here.
You learned some tricks on the road.
Yeah, likewise. If you're in the streets, a gutter can be a makeshift bed for the night.
I'm gonna start rolling my dice on the table. So,
Okay, cool.
what's the plan? What are you planning on doing from here, Tracker?
If you've got some business and after that business is finished, you are willing to assist me, then I have no quarrels with following you wherever you need to go.
How are you planning on figuring out your business? How do we help you if we don't know what to help you with?
What I know is that this winter is related to Oral, which means I need to figure out what the hell is going on, why she's doing this. That seems to be the same as what Faith, your friend, is doing.
Yeah. We're looking for answers for Faith. We're trying to figure out clues. But the clues seem to find us.
Yesterday, one of you mentioned Druid.
Yeah, I put Tracker that sounded like a Druid.
I think followers of Oriel, there are druids that follow her. They're known as frost druids. I read about this, and they live here in Icewindale. If anyone knows anything about this winter or Oriel, it would have to be them. Maybe we can find one and ask them questions. I doubt they live in 10 towns, though. Anyone who worships Oriel is sort of shunned. And she kind of looks over her shoulder, making sure no one else heard that in the tavern.
What about this? We go look for somewhere we can sell these rubies and maybe buy something to help us with the moose, now that we lost our scroll of animal talking. And then we go look or follow any clues about the moose.
So, just so you're aware, gems and things of that nature, you can easily just use as gold, as currency. People are not fussy whether it is gold or just precious gems.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can just use that as a payment for something. Like if you wanted to buy a whole axe beak outright with that, you could.
Oh, yeah. We still got to find
that's not a problem. The other thing you noticed about the scroll is in the morning, Bellamy is nowhere to be seen. And you see kind of Manny probably coming down the stairs, like scratching his head. And he hands the group a small, like, parchment. And it seems as though it has been scrawled on there, written from Bellamy. And it says, that quest I had talked about yesterday, I need to pursue it. It seems people are making movements, and it's up to me to figure this thing out before it gets out of hand.
Oh,
So
wow.
apologies for having up and left, but I have a personal mission that I need to set out and handle. But I'll be in touch.
Bellamy
And
certainly likes
it's
to disappear.
signed Bellamy. And you remember the Stef. You tried to follow him last time to figure out what he was up to, and he actually managed to lose you in the alleyways, and you never truly figured out what it was he was tasked with doing. Just that it was apparently important and that only he could do it. So Manny sort of shrugs. It does sort of mention. Do you think it had something to do with like Ezekiel? He went
It's
missing ever
possible.
since the good meat attack.
He might show up again. It's not the first time he's disappeared on us. He has
Oh, right.
whatever he has
Yeah.
going on.
The last time he came back, he was wiping his mouth, and we was down one goat.
Well, all we can do is carry on. There's not really any way to look for him, is there?
No, if he doesn't want to be found, I think he won't be. Not a problem though. We'll press on. I'm sure what he's got going on is important, but do we head on towards Lonelywood?
Yeah, let's make our way. You coming
Alright.
with us, Draka?
Yes. Like I
You
said,
ready?
I have no quarrels with doing, helping, whatever you are trying to do first.
Are you ready for danger? Do you have? Are you equipped for stuff that might try to kill you?
Yes.
Tell me about it. Tell me what you have to help protect yourselves. You know, we know each other can handle danger. We've been in it. We need to know that when you come in with
you
us,
see
we're not leading you into your
Tracker
death.
watching at his claws, his axe is ready on his back. He is covered in thick winter clothing and has a fluffy pelt. He looks ready to travel through the cold. So
that's enough to travel through the cold. That's not enough to What skills you have above on top of the obvious?
you mean how to not get lost in the wilds?
I'm talking about if something's trying to kill you, are you just hitting it back, or do you have anything else that's not obvious?
Make sure it doesn't kill me. Hit it harder back.
Is that all you have?
That's all I need.
Yeah. Maybe you stay at the back if we see anything at first. I don't want to see you dying just because I let you follow us. You help where you have to. Let me stay up front.
I love it.
Hey, I can tell you exactly what the rest of us have and how we have fought stuff. You, so far, just look like a guy who wants to hit stuff.
I just like the idea that Roki thinks he's just a commoner, like, just a guy.
Well, not a
Um,
commoner,
you
but
might
just
get
some
some-
like he's just a fighter that I have no way to know if he's able to handle himself.
Barbarian.
Sure.
Please.
Yeah, you're right.
You want a test round?
He might
Is
be
that
good
it?
at. I'm not trying to fight you. You might be good against nature. I don't know if you're good against stuff that is like a hag. I don't know if you're gonna say the wrong thing and get yourself killed. Because you're gonna try and headbutt something when we've very clear. Well, we've done anything we can to avoid headbutting stuff that we don't need to headbutt yet.
If I know that I see something that is way above my league, I know when to run.
Okay, that's good then. Let's make our way.
All right. In that case, then, heading around, you can actually go to Targos and follow the road. You can go off road, skip Targos, go to Tourmaline, and then Lonelywood. What would you like to do? You can see the map. You tell me where you'd like to go.
What did we know about the move so far? I can't remember.
It's a
The moose
big
was
white
a-
moose in Lonely Woods. That's about all.
So we need to go towards Lonelywood then.
Yeah.
Do we know? Do we
That's
know
right.
if anywhere we can buy some stuff from on the way there?
Bryn Shander is
Bryn
the
Shander
biggest
is the
city,
biggest town.
So we have to go.
or Targos is the second biggest. Tourmaline
Where-
is a mining town.
Okay, where is it we went shopping last time?
East Haven.
You were in,
Okay,
yeah, you shopped in East
so
Haven.
yeah, we might as well go to Bryn Shander then, see what we can get from there. Because we are not.
That's where
ready
you are
for a
at the
moose.
moment.
Okay, well we'll look around the shops
Wh-
in Bryn Shander then. Find
Yep,
anyone who looks
okay
like
then.
he might have something a bit more, something along the lines of a scroll of animal talking, or just anything that you wouldn't have at a common shop.
You got it. Okay, so asking around real quickly as to what there is. There is an armory. There is the Black Iron Blades, which is a smithy and outfitter. There is a House of the Triad. It's a temple to Ilmater, Torm, and Tyr. House of the Morning Lord as well, which is another god. But also there is Kadu's Wondrous Scrolls. And if it's magical items you're after, that might be your first stop.
Yeah, let's go there.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So the shop's entrance is adorned with a curled sheet of copper engraved with arcane runes symbolizing a spell scroll. The interior walls are made from duskwood, helping to keep the weather and especially the humidity outside. The orderly interior includes a counter lined with decorative ink vials and pens fashioned from feathers of different birds, maybe even an axe beak. Kadu is a forest gnome, and you can see her inside the little shop before you enter through the window. And she seems to be scribbling something down on some parchment as you walk in. And her golden eyes look up, and you see she adjusts these big, thick spectacles. And she doesn't actually greet you as you walk in, she just sort of squints to see who's coming in. Both of them is kind of like turns to the side almost as if she's doesn't want to like engage in conversation. Maybe not a people person. But otherwise you can see the shop is clearly open. You can browse her wares. There's display cases. But she just sits quietly behind the counter for the most part on a pile of cushions. Scribbling away on her parchment.
As we go in, I'll say to Stef and Manny, remember, no stealing.
Oh yeah, this isn't East Haven, is it? All right. As you're looking around, she creates an illusion of herself, which smiles and makes inviting gestures to you. But her herself doesn't seem to have the capacity to want to engage. If you would like to see her wares, you can see that there's Absorb Element, Charm Person. Actually, I'm going to copy this because there's a shit ton of them. These are probably the ones in your price range. These are 75 gold each. And the other ones are 150 gold each. They go all the way up to 300, just so you know.
Floating disc. We can have double floating disc.
Yeah,
Is it
double disc.
Oh no.
I assume disguise self. I wouldn't be able to disguise myself as another giant moose.
No. I believe you need to have a similar physique, and you can only make yourself half a feet look half a feet larger.
Right. Now, if you wanted to really splash
What
out,
if
you could
three
all
of
put your...
us hide in a trench coat and we cast the spell?
Oh, that's a great idea. Me and my friends did that once.
Yeah, how
And we
did it
snuck
end
into
for your
10
friends,
towns.
Lord? All your friends are dead. We killed them. Shut up.
Yeah, when did
No,
you
they're
get
not.
so mean?
I have family in Tourmaline.
After all we've done to
Where's your
protect Snor.
where is your family located? Can you point the way, Snor?
Stef, no. Stef, what's going on with
Oh.
you today?
Yes. Yeah, my name's Shiny.
Because Steph, I need you to let us know if you think any of. You need to
Hey,
look through the
hey,
scrolls.
Hey, Snor. Would you be mad if we make their shinies our shinies?
No. They're cobalt shiny. Not for humans.
I'm not a human. I'm a dragon.
Oh, you're a dragon? Roll a persuasion check.
I mean,
You're
he
telling
is
a
a
kobold
dragon.
you're a dragon.
You're
telling a kobold you're a dragon. They worship kobolds. Kobolds openly worship dragons, by the way.
Isn't he only like
So we'll just
partially
see.
dragon? How does it work?
That's why
he is
that's
an
what the
oversized
persuasion check's for.
lizard.
Do I have an advantage because he likes me?
You're being mean to him.
You just threatened to kill his family and steal his jewels. So no, we're just gonna roll flat.
He does not. That's 20, baby. Fuck.
7. He says, I thought dragons were like bigger, taller, and wings. Where's your wings?
Let me intimidate
What would you
him.
like to say?
I would like to cast Burning Hands at him to prove that I'm a dragon.
You do that, and Manny will punch your face.
What?
If I see his hands lighting up, do I have time to step in the way?
I was going to say, Manny would also do the same. He would put you into a headlock and body you to the floor. So Manny would say, "Don't you dare cast a spell on Snorp. Snorp must be protected at all costs."
I want to kill his family. Goddammit!
Why? What is wrong with you?
They're Chinese.
You're no real dragon.
Anyway, we have a reason we're here, guys. Can we look around before we get kicked out? I don't want to fight a shopkeeper.
Just so you're... Yeah, so they try... This is exactly why they don't want to talk to strangers, because it seems they're bloodthirsty murderers, and she again creates an illusion of herself to not talk to you, but rather gestures towards the scrolls. Stef, these are scrolls that you can eventually work to put in your spellbook. So if there's something here you're after, you can buy it, put it in your spellbook, and then eventually...
How many do I have? That's a good question. Why do I only... Can I stupid shovel.
Can I disguise myself as a baby giant moose?
With what? Disguise self?
Yeah, or is
yeah, you probably could.
Yeah, that's probably a bad idea. This probably won't go well.
A baby giant.
So yeah. So anyway,
bigger natural giants.
Stef, my wizard. That came off weird. The wizard of the party. Have you got any ideas for anything we can use here to capture a giant moose? Because we don't have a scroll of animal talking anymore.
I can cast jump on the strongest member in our party, and then maybe he can jump on the moose's back and wrestle it down.
Get someone else to do the work, yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty strong myself for a wizard, but...
Let me get this
We-
straight. You want
we
to
are-
share the moves, right?
Well, when we had a scroll of animal talking, we were wondering if we could befriend it, but that's a bit out of our league now.
Also, sorry if I missed something, but why is our cat friend not with us?
I'm with you.
Oh,
Just my token is missing.
yeah, the token is missing.
Just yeah, I don't even.
We
Oh, there.
we can
You're
set
not even up-
some traps, but just our traps won't be enough now.
We're in Brinchanda here.
I was confused.
What
Yeah, I don't
does
know.
what does
Can-
unseen servant do?
We can like set a trap and I cast jump on Tracker. Tracker seems like he might be good at finding animals. I don't know where I get that from, but I'm kind of getting the vibe. And
It's in the name.
Well, he did.
we can capture.
He did say he tracked reindeer for all his life, so that definitely tracks.
I'm sorry. So I don't know. We could set a trap. Probably.
Okay, yeah, but does anything here help us, or should we just move on?
You can buy ropes in here. You can buy.
We have ropes and stuff. I'm talking about, does any of the scrolls help us?
Oh
That's why I'm
wait,
asking
any of
the
those-
wizards.
what kind of Oh
You-
wait, what kind of scrolls does he have in his inventory?
You
Oh
can see
my
all of
God,
them
dude.
in game.
Steph.
Where can I see that? I'm sorry, I haven't used
In
this.
the game chat.
Oh wait.
It's above your persuasion skill check.
Oh yeah,
Your
there
roll.
is
There.
150 each. See invisibility.
I'm about to cast.
Oh wait, there
fucking-
we go.
what was it, inflict
Don't.
wound.
I don't.
Okay.
I have most of the thing up there. Let's see, do I have anything? Hold person only works on humanoids, right?
That's right.
It's correct.
Locate
You would need
object.
hold monster for a moose.
Oh,
I mean, best
I don't know.
I can guess, we can use fog cloud to confuse it, but
hey, somebody give me 50 gold.
you're gonna have to give us more
Um,
than that.
I want to buy invisibility. I have 100
Okay.
gold myself.
How does
You
that
would
help
also-
us?
I don't know,
Wait.
but that seems like.
Well, if you
something
want to set a
useful.
trap, if you want to set a trap, someone lying in wait could help. I will say, just so you know, you also need to spend time copying it into your spellbook, and that requires inks and parchment. So it's 50 gold per spell level, unless it's something on your School of Wizardry, but you're a bladesinger, so it's all going to cost 50 gold. So you would need 50 gold to buy the scroll, and then another 50. Is it a first level spell?
It's a second. Invisibility
I-
is third level, I think.
No, second.
invisibil-
So you'd need
seconds.
100 gold. Yeah, you'd need another additional 100 gold to copy it into your spell book. And from that point on, you can cast it so long as you've got spell slots.
Oh,
Yes,
but
it isn't
we
cheap.
can buy that at any time we come back here, right?
If you would like, yes, you can come back with gold.
Yeah, I don't think we need it right now. I'm just saying a scroll of invisibility could be useful, and I can cast that without a roll. Because I have
Yes.
spells.
But if you would like to like cast it throughout the whole campaign, what
Yeah,
I'm saying is
no, I
invest it. Yeah. All right. Cool. You get it. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Okay.
You can come back here then. All right.
What's being sold here
So-
is scrolls.
What else? This is Wondrous Scrolls. So you've got
Oh, just
inks
scrolls.
as well, which is you're gonna get the inks to actually put it into a wizard spellbook. But otherwise,
Ink and parchment first.
this does seem to be like the most. Oh yeah, there's spell books as well. You know, in case you lose yours and you need to remake one.
How much
This is mainly scrolls. Yeah.
How much do ink and parchment cost?
So it depends on how much you need for a spell scroll. So it's 50 gold per spell level.
Oh, okay, that's included with that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, got it. I thought that was like a separate component I have to buy. Got it.
At 50 gold per spell level kind of means, oh, I'm spending this gold on inks and parchment.
Okay, got it.
All right then. So we can come back here when you got a bit more. You can always put your gold together as well if you'd like. and then sometime later, Stef could pay you back if you get a big haul of money.
I
So
don't
it's like
know how much
investing in
money
your
the
wizard.
party even has. I think I have the most money in the party. I'm just
Well,
saying.
they just got 50 gold each.
Okay.
I don't want to make
Well,
decisions based on Manny
Wait,
for
did
Manny
I
straight
also
away.
get 50 gold then?
You got a bloodstone worth 50 gold, so you have 150. Yeah,
I have 150.
it's a ruby rather.
Okay, I'll set
Yep.
my GP to 157 just so I can remember that.
You can do that, and I'll delete the ruby off your character sheet.
Yeah. Delete the ruby. Please.
No problem. All right, so you could buy it right now if you'd like. And then if Manny lent you gold, you could be using the time when you've got available to copy the scroll of invisibility. In fact, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do that. And if there's any problems, then I can wreck on it. He's going to sell his ruby, give you the ink and parchment. And when you've got time, it's going to take you just a couple of hours. You can start to copy down invisibility.
Okay.
How's that sound?
I'm setting myself down to 7 because the scroll costs 150, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's, I guess, all we're
Oh, wait.
getting. Let's go to Lonely Wood. I can't, unless anyone else has any ideas before we get there.
We have 40 days left, by the
no.
way, to deal with the giants.
If you'd
Well,
like, we can take 2 hours now, or when we get there to help, copy the scroll down.
Can I copy it while we walk? Can I just kind of like
Mm,
try to scribble
not-
a book? Okay.
Can't
If
do
you
it
had
whilst
like a
riding the
wagon,
bird?
no, I'm gonna say no. If it was like on a wagon and it wasn't Icewindale, yes, but the wilderness is awful, and
Can I
you want to
even,
be like
even have like
bundled up.
Do you have a dog sled or something?
Nope.
Didn't we
They
just
don't.
have a
They're
sled
on
that we
foot.
brought back?
We've lost every
That was
sled
theirs.
we've had.
Can I even like how many level 2 spell slots?
When you were traveling with the ingots, you were having a sled. Can
Oh,
we
wait,
ask
I
the
don't-
dwarves
I
if we
don't
can get the sled?
I don't even
No,
have
that's
a
it.
level 2 spell slot yet. I'm only level 2. I get my first one at level 3, right?
Yeah, I think so, but that's not too far off. So you can just hold on to it for now.
Okay, then I'll hold on, and I can just transcribe that when I hit level 3.
Yeah,
Okay, got it.
exactly.
And the scroll
All
is
right. I think the only other sled you may have had would have been the one from East Haven. No, they lent you that one. No, that was Goodmead even. I don't think you've got sleds. You haven't spent any gold on axe beaks either. So Manny could try and pull out something from the bag of tricks, and you could then get a sled, and that would pull it. But it would only you'd have to get lucky pulling something like a polar bear, an axe beak, or wolf. But otherwise, I think you're on foot. So we'll just speed you along. We'll just say you're traveling on foot. Icewindale is treacherous out there, but we'll see just how treacherous in a second because I'm going to roll on the weather. It is heavy snow, and that's for like the next 3 hours. So it's not going to take you that long to get to Tourmaline. But would you like to skip Targos, or would you like to stop off there? Because you can kind of like cut across the tundra and then get back on the path. What would you like to do, Targos or Tourmaline?
I'd probably want to head towards Tourmaline. That's the way we're going.
Yep. All right then.
I mean,
Okay.
at some point we have to take a short rest, right? You can always do stuff like that. Just make a long short rest.
Yeah, you can. I think he needs to have the spells. I think he needs to have like spell slots for the level to be able to like actually cast it. But we can say you're doing some of the head work.
It's still
all right,
better
Tourmaline.
because I'm leveling up. I can pick another spell then because wizards also learn spells on level up. Right? Yeah.
They
Yes,
learn
yes.
one spell per level.
Yeah.
while other classes learn multiple spells, I believe.
Yep.
Which
But
is
you
why
can
you need
also-
scrolls.
I don't know if that was a Baldur's Gate 3 only mechanic, but I can also switch out an older spell for a newer one.
No, that's a D&D 5th edition stuff. All
Yeah,
spells that you have learned at some point, you can swap out during a long rest.
Yeah, no. I mean, when I level up and learn a new spell, I can also exchange an old spell for a new
Oh,
one. So
yes. Yeah, correct.
That's a
You
source.
can...
That's a.
wait,
no,
is that a
That's a
sorcerer?
sorcerer warlock. It's a sorcerer warlock bard thing,
it's
not a wizard
always
thing.
Okay. Could have
All
sworn-
right. I need a frost save from everyone as you're making your way into the open tundra and across to Tourmaline.
There.
And this is during heavy snow.
Yeah, 11, baby.
19.
Okay,
I'm rolling
that's
terrible.
not bad. Not as bad as Manny.
I just realized something,
Giving it
by the way.
a level.
I just realized something. I'm the only player character that's not looking to the right.
It's special.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you're always looking up in a different direction. Follow your own path. All right, Faith. Got plus 10. And I think I didn't see your roll pop up. You say you got a 19.
Me? Yeah. I'm just above Manny.
These Stefs. For some reason it didn't actually send it into the chat. Weird.
Oh, wait, sorry.
I
know why.
Okay. You did it private.
Yeah,
I see it now.
sorry.
All right. That's no problem. You rolled a 9 plus 5 plus 5. That is one level of exhaustion, unfortunately. DC I was looking for is 20 because it's
Okay.
fucking cold. So if you add that to your sheet. Good news is, though, it actually gets better weather. It goes from heavy snow to light snow in the next 3 hours. And I can ask for another frost save as you're traveling. Also need to roll this. D8. That's fine. Nothing seems to jump out at you on the road. Doesn't seem like this is a particularly dangerous area. Holy shit, tracker. That now one.
Yep.
Fuck. Well, it's another level of exhaustion. However,
really?
you don't get hypothermia. If you fail by 5 or more, it's like really bad. Oh, God. At this point, you really wish you had like resistance, a cantrip. Because that would have saved
I go
Step
to
one
the
as well.
frost
But
one.
I feel nice and cozy.
yeah, you're fine. Steph, that's a level of exhaustion as well.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
one isn't going to set you back too badly. It's not the end of the world.
Already did it.
Okay, and then Manny for the second one. This is only DC 15 this time because it's only light snow. And he's fine. All right. You make it to Tourmaline. Let's do a brief description of this place. All right. So, and also take it to the map. Okay.
Oh,
So
look.
Tourmaline is a picturesque-looking town in Icewindale, spreading out from the shore of Mare de Walden and bordered on the north and west by tall pines. Its buildings incorporate carvings of wizards, homunculi, tigers, and smiling djinn. And for most visitors, this seems like, a lovely town, but that enchantment is very quickly dispelled as soon as you feel the icy claws and teeth of the cold sweeping down from the north. It shears through layers of your clothing, and several of you are gathering that you need to get to a warm, cozy fire quickly, otherwise it's going to spiral into exhaustion. But yeah, it seems Tourmaline is just built right in the path of this dreadful gale, and you quickly rush up to one of the nearest inns. So there is the Blue Clam. It's a dockside tavern, or there's the East Side, which is an inn. Both places you can see little chimney smoke coming from. Where would you like to warm up?
I mean, I'm
The
nice
inn
and
or the
warm.
tavern?
I want to go
Hey.
to
Yeah, you're
the tavern.
fine.
I want to
Or-
go to the tavern.
Oh.
That's where my people are.
Okay, let's go.
All right, so you head
Is
towards the
Faith
blue
doing
clam.
okay? I'll ask Faith how she's doing.
I'm fine. Thank you for asking. Just
Yeah. Okay.
yeah. All right, so the blue clam, you see, there's a lot of washed up fishers in this place. Typically, this is where they would finish most of their days, but you reckon with the lakes being completely frozen over, work is not what it used to be. You feel your feet immediately warm as you enter into this place, and you can smell spiced chowder. Yeah, there are beautiful works of scrimshaw hung on the walls, and you see a half-orc behind the bar welcomes you, and he's actually got like a chef's apron on, and yeah, he's cooking as well as serving drinks in between as well. And you hear him say, outsiders, welcome. This is the Blue Clam. I'm Vernon. You hungry?
I'm very hungry. You guys like outsiders around here?
Hmm.
Well, that's a
We're,
direct question.
I'm hearing some grumbles there. Is everything good?
That's just my old age showing. I'm tired of this place. I'm tired of the cold.
So no one coming by giving you trouble? No one we gotta worry about?
Well, apart from a bunch of grumpy fishermen complaining about not being able to fish on the lakes. Other than that, my hearth is always full of roasting meat. We have a good set of hunters.
Have they ever heard of ice fishing?
Yes, but it seems as though people are hard stuck in their ways. They used to troll the lakes, and now they have to spend their time using a saw to cut through the ice. It's harder work. But in any case, we still have plenty of game to hunt out in the nearby woods.
Oh,
No.
does he know? Where can we hunt magical mooses, sir?
Sounds like you're talking about Lonelywood. I hear they've got a moose problem.
Oh, yeah. Can you point out the way? Do we already know where this is? Can you mark it on the map for us?
It's just follow the roads.
We
Oh.
know where Lonelywood is.
If
Well,
you pass on through Tourmaline, you'll reach Lonelywood. And yes, you know what? Sure, you'll mark it on the map. You just see it's a clear shot from Tourmaline to Lonelywood. Kind of follow a long like section of the pines.
okay. Well, we're here. This guy seems great. Are we gonna buy some drinks and warm our scales?
I'm broke.
You still got 7 gold, but yeah.
All right.
we'll
I'll buy a round of drinks. What's on offer, good sir?
We got hare soup, chowder, spiced chowder, or we got a full on reindeer on the roast here. And as for drinks, there's not much of a selection for that shit though.
Do I lose a level
Just
of
this-
exhaustion if I eat the chowder?
No, once you've rested a long rest, which you won't gain until like another 18 hours have passed.
I think like a group size
but-
meal of reindeer sounds great, and whatever cheap drink alongside of it. Take a
Oh,
seat
shit,
next to the
okay.
fire. Hey, we have a
The
friend who
reindeer's
hunts
gonna-
reindeer. He's gonna love it.
That's true. All right, you want to splash out? You can spend 2 gold and get like a nice hearty meal for everyone.
Oh shit! I only have the ruby. Can I just give
Guess
my
that's
ruby
coming
to
off
Faith?
Manny.
Can I give my ruby to Faith and just start spending more of her money? Just
And
Sure.
there you go,
trade it
Faith.
out. It's
Yeah.
fine. You put your 50 gold in your shoe, knock it down to 48.
Okay.
How's the wildlife in the forest going? You have hunters going on?
There is still plenty of game out there, but we have to be careful not to over hunt. It's getting sparse day by day. Something out there is spooking the wildlife, but not as much as it's being spooked down the mine. In the gem mine, I believe they're having problems. Something's invaded the mine, taken it over.
Something? As in
Well,
other miners, bandits, wildlife?
well, it started off as kobolds, but well, I would say speak to Horus Mastu. They're the speaker of the town. He's a half-orc, much like myself.
The good people.
He's pretty bright, got a sharp sense of humor, but he has some political enemies in other towns. But anyway, not that that's important. What you should focus on is asking him about the mines. There's something going on down there. People have been tight-lipped about it. I think they don't want to scare the townsfolk, but I think the situation is worse than what they're letting on. I can take you to the speaker's house if you'd like. Or if you're passing on to Lonelywood, then I won't bother you.
This is not my journey, or at least these people seem to have matters.
I tell you what, if you finish up your meal, he'll take you to the speaker's house, and you can either choose to take it or leave it, basically. But as you're kind of like heading back out into the town, you see there's a young boy standing on like a soapbox and yelling out various local happenings, including what he was mentioning earlier. And you hear him saying, "Evacuation of workers from nearby mine. Apparently it's been overrun by kobolds. A reward of 50 gold to anyone who can rid the mine of the pesky dragonlings." And you hear Snorp saying,
Let's go.
"Oh, that's what my cousins. Those are my
Snorp.
cousins."
Hush.
Oh.
Oh,
the kid looks down at you.
Does the guard hear what Snorp just said?
He's a young boy, not a guard. But
The young boy.
he's too busy.
Oh no!
He's too busy going on to the next.
No, I see a great situation brewing. Can you roll a perception check for the boy?
You know what? Sure. 10. Completely middle of the road. He gives a quick glance. Doesn't see that it's a kobold, but does think that's odd. Why would you have cousins? Unless he's talking about the miners that are left. But he's 50-50 on whether that's a kobold or a person. And he continues on talking about his other ongoings around town, mentioning the moose. Another moose attack in Lonelywood. Smashed straight through the side of one of the barns. Something's got that moose riled up.
So
Oh,
guys,
damn, this kid might know something.
so guys, do we kill Snorp's family? I mean, deal with Snorp's family, or do we hunt them?
I'm gonna ignore Stef. I'm gonna go over to this kid and be like, "Hey, do you know anything about the moose?"
The moose? Yeah. It's been attacking loggers in the forest near Lonelywood.
Has anyone
And-
given any descriptions to it past it being a giant moose? Anything that might be useful to know?
They say it's got like a vendetta. The thing's massive, and it's white, like an albino one, perhaps. Hunters have been dispatched to try and kill it, but somehow the moose keeps like eluding it. Somehow it's able to like. It's smarter. It's like smarter than an average moose for sure.
So
And
no,
its white
no
hide
injuries
makes-
or anything.
And its white hide makes it really hard to spot in the snow. Injuries? Yes, yeah, there has been. Loggers have been attacked. Some of them have been like plowed down, broken ribs.
Oh no, I meant
etc.
no like old injuries on the moose itself.
Oh, yeah, no one's been able to lay a scratch on it.
Oh, I have an idea.
And you're saying it's coming in to damage stuff, and then it's just kind of leaving.
It's killing. Well, it's trying to like fend off loggers. And if you know Lonelywood, that's the whole industry. They need to
Okay.
survive on logs and chopping. But the moose is like stopping them from doing their work.
Okay, that might be helpful information. Thank you very much. We might be able to help.
Okay.
There's no guarantee.
Um,
No,
you should speak to Nimsy Huddle. She's the town speaker, and she'll definitely talk to you about like maybe a reward.
that sounds good. Thank you very much. Good. I'll go back to the group and I'll just say, hey, so
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it does say here she's willing to pay up to 100 gold. So there you go
thank
for the
you very
moose's
much.
head. All right.
Oh, okay. I come back to the group and I'm like, hey, so it sounds like the moose is defending the forest from being chopped down.
That's not normal moose behavior. They don't come
Yeah.
out in the open that often. Especially not
Why
into...
would it be doing that, or how do we find out why?
DM?
Anyone
Did you
have
say
any
you
ideas?
tracked? Faith asks you, Tracker. Didn't you say you used to hunt reindeer? And
Yes.
it can't be that different from moose. Maybe you could track it down.
Yes. I should be able to track it down. But this behavior is irregular. I believe there's something more going on than just a wild moose attacking the town.
We gotta find out how to get that information as to why it's doing that. Then, I guess talk to Nimsy and then figure it out from there. Let's finish up this food. I'm sure you like the reindeer.
I love it.
Tracker. I'm glad. And then we'll find Nimsy after that. I'm sure the barkeep will lead us the correct direction to them.
The barkeep says, Nimsy's in Lonelywood, but if you'd like to speak to Marstew, he's town speaker of Tourmaline.
Oh, let's talk to him as well. That sounds great.
So yeah, what would you like to do? We can speed you along to Lonelywood and come back to the gem mine, or you can go. Yeah, you can deal with that now and then deal with the moose. But it's up to you.
Well, like we should deal with the moose first. What do you guys think?
I don't want to obstruct you from your goal. But didn't your friend say that he has family in the mines?
Oh yeah, just in cutting.
That's just because Stef wants to kill them. That's
No,
it's
I
fine.
want to meet Snorp's family. I would love to meet Snorp's family.
Okay, you are aware we're on a timeline though. Sometimes we have to leave stuff to come back to. Otherwise,
I just
we
wanted to
just-
make sure that you are okay with what you're doing. We follow him. Or I will follow you.
you okay with that stuff? Us heading on to the moose? Because
I have strong opinions.
okay, let's go then.
All right, we'll pass Tourmaline then for now, and I believe we've still got a good few hours. Yeah, you've got like another 4 hours of light snow. So traveling to Lonelywood is not actually that big of an issue. I think it's only from here to there. It's only 2 hours. So yeah, just one frost check, DC of 15, and you should be fine. Yeah, that looks good. Steph?
Oh shit, yeah. 25. That's not 25.
Frost check, sure.
Yeah, you should smash it. It's a very light snow. Yeah, you're fine. Cool, everyone looks good. All right. So that reindeer really warmed your bellies, and you were able to just push on. Okay. So skipping over to Lonelywood.
Didn't someone have exhaustion? Are they still exhausted, or does it cure any?
No, you got to take another long rest for that.
Damn.
There are other ways to get rid of exhaustion, but you're not high enough level to really pay or use them.
Fair enough.
All right. No worries. Okay, so Lonelywood. So 2 hours in the light snow. It's getting on to about, well, what, midday now? No. Depends what time you woke up. I'm going to assume like 8 or something. So we'll say that you spent 6 hours traveling, an hour stopped off, and then another 2. There's been 7 hours. It's like 5 p.m. by the time you arrive in Lonelywood. And have a look here. So as you're approaching, you see Lonelywood. It's actually a lot smaller than the other towns you've been in before. There's not really any inns advertised. It's quiet. It's quiet. It's just, you would expect like the sounds of loggers and fishermen, but not even a single sound of that. In fact, stop the music. There we go. It's so quiet in this town. And it seems like it's just been scratching out a living on the complete edge of the world. A lot of the town's oldest buildings and docks bear carvings of dragons, lions, and goats that seem to pay deference to some sort of family crest. Maybe it featured a chimera at one point. But Lonelywood's actual crest, its heraldry, is like 2 narrow white triangles, one descending from the center top, the other rising from the center bottom to meet like a forest green field. And yeah, you can ask them about the meaning of that. But in the meantime, is it looking around for any kind of semblance of an inn or tavern? It's pretty bare, and you only see a couple of chimneys smoking. This population must be like one of the smallest you've come across. So what would you like to do?
We were going to speak of whimsy, weren't we?
Yeah, you
Nimsy.
can
MC, yeah.
Nimsy. Yeah,
Nimsy
I think you
whimsy.
asked last time. Can we talk to her like and call her Nimsy Whimsy? And you heard that she was
Yeah.
a good spirited woman, so you should be all right. You knock on a few doors to figure out where the hell she lives. The first few doors, no one answers. Seems like the cold has forced either people to abandon their homes or maybe they've died of famine. But eventually you get an answer from one of the loggers. And they say nothing to you, but they do point to the house down the street, and then they shut the door with a slam. Doesn't seem like people are too friendly here. Well, maybe not all the people. We'll see. You knock on Nimsy's little house, and you can immediately smell the fresh cooking and baked cookies that Nimsy is so famous for. And you see a warm smile from a stout-looking halfling, who's you have to like see the door open. You think it's been opened magically, but you realize you have to avert your gaze all the way down, and you see this very smiley-looking halfling. who welcomes you and says, "Oh, visitors, welcome. Please come in. I've just baked up a fresh batch. You must be hungry travelers. If you're looking for a place to crash, this is the only one. There's no inns or taverns in Lonelywood, sadly."
Hello, you
Oh,
seem lovely. We were looking for Speaker Nimsy.
that's me, Nimsy Huddle.
Nimsy Whimsy, that's you. That's lovely.
Nicknames already. Well, what's your name?
My name is Roki. We've met some people who say very nice things about you.
Well,
And
yeah.
we also hear you have some trouble around these parts that you might need some help with.
Yes, indeed. Maybe you can poke around and find out what's happening with that white moose. In fact,
Yeah,
I'll call you Roki Pokey. Come on
that
in.
sounds
And
fantastic.
you'd see these cookies. They're like baked in halfling shapes. They're like little gingerbread men, but actually cookies.
Oh,
And she sits you down, and you get comfortable. And before long, she does start talking about the actual moose itself. Ah, that thing. I don't know what's got it so riled up, but it's attacking loggers actively. Like, we've tried to avoid the thing, but after a few minutes of chopping, it seems to attract the beast and it charges at us headlong,
so
even in the thickest parts. Hmm?
so it sounds like no one seems to know anything about it. Is it true that it just appears and disappears after, and no one has a single clue about it?
I'd, I, I'm not sure. It's definitely not an average moose. But even if we're trying to be quiet about it or do it at unsavory hours, the logging, it's like the moose knows exactly where it's taking place and shows up just minutes after. We've I've tried to like leave it out cookies, but it didn't seem interested in those.
Any of note descriptions of its behavior?
It's smart. From what the hunters told me, it it seems to evade the hunters. It like covers its own tracks. They tried to like follow it back to where its lair is, but somehow it's like it disappears into the snow. No
And
tracks, no sign of it.
Is it me, or does that sound like an allusion to anyone? That sounds a bit.
Oh, I
illusions
wouldn't want to
don't
insult.
destroy stables.
I wouldn't want to insult the loggers. Their injuries are very much real.
Oh, I think anything that can give an illusion of a giant moose can also cause a lot of damage, unless it is summoning a giant moose. But if there's no tracks or no way to find it, there's got to be something magic happening here, right?
How
Hmm.
long has this been going on?
This has been going on for a good while now. Let's say in the last year or so. It was sighted before. A white moose was used to be a sign of like good luck, like a blessing. But then I don't know. This one in particular suddenly become aggressive,
So the
and
white
I'd
moose
say
used to let you chop down the trees, and now it doesn't let you chop them down.
that's right. Yes, there was a white moose sighted. It must be the same one. Don't. How often do you see a white moose? Well, ever since I guess the Rime, it's been terrorizing us and our inhabitants.
The what? The rhyme?
The Rime,
Eternal
yes.
winter.
Oh, the rhyme. Yeah. Sorry, I misheard what you said. Uh, so it just changes behavior when things went bad. So it's affected by what's happening. Maybe the white moose
Possibly.
or whatever's controlling the white moose might need help, and it might just be acting out of fear and anger.
Hmm.
It seems like it's
He might be
smart
onto
enough
something
to have
there.
an idea. It doesn't sound stupid.
Well, I know I'm getting desperate. If the loggers can't chop wood, then we'll have nothing to put in our stoves or our hearths. Would you join the hunt with me? Maybe we can hunt the white moose together.
Let's kill us some mooses.
Well, we
well,
happen
your
to
friend
have
here
recent,
seems.
we happen to have recently made friends with this cat-like fellow here who is very good at tracking. So maybe he can find something that regular people can't. Maybe his skills will attain to this or pertain. What do you think, Tracker?
Oh.
That sounds like a plan. I'll see what I can do.
Any
want to
clue
say
where
As
the
you're
proof?
saying this,
Any clue where it was last spotted, or do we have to draw it out ourselves?
it's not it's not hard to draw the beast out. Just start chopping wood; it'll come chasing.
And then we immediately get killed. So let's think of a little bit better plan than just chop wood and stand there. I get.
As you're talking, you notice that from the top of the stairs and somewhere in the attic, you hear a couple of light footsteps, and you see a small child like hunched, like squat on the top of the stairs, looking down, and kind of staring at you, Tracker, and possibly Steph as well. And then Nimsy sees you staring up at the top of the stairs, and she's, "Oh, Scoop, don't be rude. Come on down here and grab your cookies." And yeah, you see a small little babe, like a child halfling, very cheery looking. Says, you're a big cat. I've never seen a tabaxi as strong looking as you."
That's correct. There aren't that many of me around here. And I huff up a bit.
You flex for the kids.
Yeah.
As soon as they come down, you see 3 more halfling children sort of scamper from their rooms and climb down ladders, and they all sort of like get closer towards you, and like they're all kind of like, "Ooh, wow!" as you're flexing muscles. And a couple of other kids see your scales, Steph, and they're like, "You look strong too. Are you a dragonborn?"
No, I'm a kobold.
Don't look like a kobold. I heard they're really small and scrawny.
I'm just a very big kobold.
Can we have like just Snorp just like be like, "Hey, look, this is Snorp. He's a kobold as
He's
well."
a dragonborn.
He's a
Yeah,
dragonborn.
Snorp's the dragonborn.
You look more like Speaker Trovus.
Who?
He's a silver dragon. Speaker Trovus. He's a silver dragonborn. In Caer Konig.
Oh, there's another one of me here?
Well, you're kind of blue. That one, he's like silvery blue.
Oh. Oh yeah, we should talk to the speaker.
That's a bit out of our way right now.
That's one of the eastern towns.
Oh, sorry.
It is. It's miles.
That
It's
is
miles
good
away.
to know.
But
That's good to know. I happen to look for a dragonborn.
they say, are you gonna go find the moose?
Maybe. We're discussing ideas right now. I want to help, but I also don't want to just get people hurt.
Oh, I want to hurt people.
Speaker huddled says, we'll try another method first. Every time we've tried to kill the beast, it's definitely only got angrier, and it's returned in kind. The last time we tried to throw an axe at it, it smashed a barn down.
I have a question, speaker. Do you happen to have any paint lying around that you used to dye shirts or something similar?
Yes. Well, I have some decorative paints.
Yeah, can I have a bucket of paint?
Is there
What color?
any particular? Yes, thank you.
I do have a reason for that.
But what particular
color would you
color
like?
are you looking for?
Well, the thing is really hard to track and it's wide as shit, and everybody tries to throw weapons at it, right? We're gonna throw a paintball at it.
You have Monster Hunter. Yeah, it's going Monster Hunter on this.
I'm going all in Monster Hunter on this.
Okay, how about
Mr. Tracker, you're a hunting expert. Is my idea approved?
How?
okay, how about we think about this a little bit more than initial plans?
Can I
What
still
if
have
we-
a bucket of paint, please?
We can still do that as well.
Yeah, the kids show you to like the paints.
But Steph, you can detect magic, right?
No, I cannot, in fact. Well, I can perception check it, but I do not have the particular spell for detecting magic, no?
I can only
was a
detect
scroll.
good and evil. Oh no, I can detect magic, sorry. If we get some rest and you spend some time on your invisibility scroll.
No, I cannot learn that yet.
You can't.
I'm level 2.
No, and you'll need to be level 3.
We established that earlier.
I wasn't paying attention. Okay.
Well, so you get halfway through the scroll, like you do an hour of it, and then you're just like, I don't understand any of this shit. And you just sort of
I forgot.
you realize you're gonna have to hit the books.
If we could somehow disguise me and I could use this, or just have me well hidden as no, maybe detect magic can give us some information on what's happening around this. Like, if we can. So, Nimsy Whimsy, do you think if we started chopping and then we stopped, that it would also stop, or would it carry on a rampage?
I think he would think that you're loggers, and it would chase you out of the forest until it was satisfied you weren't coming back.
If there's
That's
anyone,
how it's kind of gone each time.
if anyone thinks that they could make some noise and then get out of danger and get back, and I could stay behind and see if I detect anything. If I stay in cover, we might get some information if we can do this without dying.
Okay.
Okay.
Is moose as fast as regular moose?
I think so. Yes, it's about as fast as a normal moose. So, I spoke to one of the hunters.
Yeah.
They chased it at one time, but after a while, you couldn't keep up with it, and had to just follow the tracks. And eventually, it came upon just a normal, regular moose, just a brown furred one, and it didn't seem to have the same sort of demeanor as the others, as the white one.
I have a question for our game master. Can I use the time to make some paint balls out of the paint? And do you want me to roll anything for it?
The paintball would just be sort of like something filled with paint, like a. I'm not going to make you roll for that, but do you have actually got something that you can put it in, like a pouch or?
No, I don't. That's why I'm asking what I can buy with my meager money.
Yeah, I'm trying to think how you'd make one personally. Some sort of like pouch that would just like burst when you throw it and hit.
I just buy some linen or whatever, and I have rope.
Okay.
Can I pay like 2 gold for a piece of cloth or whatever, or 1 gold, I guess?
2 gold seems like a lot. You can just use like a silver.
Okay. Then, oh wait, I have silver in my inventory, so I'll use the silver for that.
There you go. You buy like a small pouch, you fill it with paint, and you hope that when you throw it, it'll sort of just spill out and land on the moose.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
you've got your paint.
Rather
Okay.
than liquid paint, powdery paint works better on furs, by the way.
I don't think we specified the type of paint. we didn't go that deep in the paint sciences.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we don't have to go into
Okay.
intricacies that far,
Okay.
but we'll say you've got something that will mark it. Hopefully, if you
Okay.
hit it, that's the only roll we need to make is can you hit it?
Yeah.
Okay, how about this for a plan initially? We can still work on it. I get somewhere into hiding, ready with detect magic. Manny gets its attention. And then you guys hold back with a trap that Manny will hopefully get it to trigger. And you can either get there safely or you guys are the backup if something goes wrong. I know Manny loves diving headfirst into danger. And maybe we'll find more on it. Maybe you could shoot your paint at it, obviously. Maybe the paint will help us track something down. And hopefully this stops us from getting ourselves killed. Anyone have objections or ideas?
My idea is throwing paint at stuff.
You can still do that. That's a
This
part.
sounds like a plan.
Mm-hmm.
So some of us
I think you might be right.
lay in waiting. Many
Dave,
just
Mimsy, any input? I want anyone to say,
Sounds like-
hey. Sorry.
I think that it's a different approach, and that might just work. The other hunters, they've not got lucky so far, so I'm all ears to any plans. If you sound like you know about magics, and you might be right onto something, there's definitely something strange going on. So
Well, we need to take ownership if it tries to attack anything, so we need to stand there as defense if it tries to do anything because of us. So is everyone accepting that?
Yeah, I'm down to kill stuff.
Yeah.
are
Okay.
we? Okay,
Tracker, yeah?
sure.
Because I don't want anyone else getting killed because we made a mistake.
all right.
So we need a night of rest to prepare. And then I think
Sounds
first thing tomorrow we can go out and give it a go. Whilst it's nice and sunny. Well, as sunny as it gets.
You are more than welcome to crash here. I'll cook you up a nice breakfast, and I'll take you out to the woods tomorrow.
I was told that the moose attacked a stable earlier this 10-day. Is it still being used?
It's a bit of in disrepair. We haven't had the logs to make the planks to repair the thing. It might be a bit drafty, but yeah, you're more than welcome to stay in it. There's a big old barn at the edge of town here. Not that it's much point, but she gives you the key to like unlock the padlock.
Fair.
So yeah, you can huddle in there. Now it's probably going to be an actual frost check throughout the night to try and figure out a way to stay warm in here.
Yeah.
And there's no cuddle puddle of dogs this time.
Okay. It's not that cold.
It does get colder right in the middle of the night when temperatures drop.
Oh fuck.
What was that? What did you roll?
16.
A 16.
You don't need to roll a frost check, Steph.
No, everyone else is
Unless you want to
okay.
stay in the stable.
No, I'm fine. I'm sorry.
I'm going to say you don't get a long rest. It's just too freezing
Okay.
cold out there. And as a result of not getting a long rest, you do get a level of exhaustion as well, which can be a bit of a setback. Everyone else, you can take a long rest. And prepare your spells, and yeah, get ready. Let's see. You might just get
fuck.
lucky. Let's see.
Let's get up in the morning. I'm like,
Isn't-
you guys ready to die today? I'll
Question:
say to the
Isn't
group. Oh, sorry.
don't I need to roll a Constitution save to see if I get an exhaustion from not taking a long rest?
Normally, yes, but this the exhaustion was more part
Okay.
of like the failing the check and it just being Icewindale.
Okay.
You're right though. Normally, if it was just I'm staying up throughout the night, yes, it'd be like DC 10, and then each time they stay up even further, it'd be like DC 12, DC 14. It'd go up and up until eventually you just collapse and fall asleep. All right, so the woods. The morning comes. You see there's some leftover cookies for breakfast, as well as some kind of like a basket of fruits and nuts that have been foraged from the woods. It's nothing crazy special, but saves you a ration at least. By the way, I think everyone's been buying food at the tavern, so you kind of been saving vending rations instead. But all right, going into the snowy woods. Your feet are crunching softly on the snow, occasionally snapping a twig that echoes into the woods. Nimsy huddles with you. He's got a logger's axe. Right. Okay. Freezing cold out here, first thing in the morning. But I want to get this done. So, if you'd like, I'll start chopping. Everyone else, you get into positions and
wasn't
see what
Manny
we can
supposed to be
find.
chopping?
Manny can do it if you'd like.
Yeah, Manny
here
can
you go.
run fast. Everyone else can get quite far away.
Yeah, you pass it off to Manny then.
Cracker, you any good at setting up
Um,
traps, or are the rest of us gonna have to do it?
We
just
can
to
set
slow
up
it
some
down.
traps.
Yeah, something for Manny to run towards
mm.
to slow it down if it gets
oh,
it gets far.
have you got a trap? Tracker?
Yes, I have a hunting trap.
Well, there you go. Set that down somewhere. Do you want to try and hide it?
Yes. Oh,
Okay. Give me.
it's not supposed to do that yet.
That's all right. You're making sure it works.
Yeah.
Snapshot in your hand. Oh, can I try? Snob says as he jumps up and down on it.
Let's try this another time, Snorp.
Ah, okay.
Don't
I'm
be
going to
mean
ask for a
to Thor.
survival check.
Sure.
And what that will do is set the DC to see if they can find it.
Well, that's
And 19, you bury this thing, like several inches into the snow, and then you scatter some pine needles over the top, making sure it does look like it's blended in, and there's not just this big mountain of snow.
And I'll make sure that at least Manny knows where it is, so he doesn't step in it himself.
Can I ask
Yeah.
a question? Why the fuck does he have a -3 on survival if he's a tracker? Oh, it's wisdom.
Because,
Yeah,
no reason.
it's wisdom.
It's not very wise.
Got it.
I mean, he came across us and thought, let's follow those guys. Not very wise.
I was like, this tracker is not very good at surviving.
Hey, I've
All
got
right.
I've got a +3 on survival. I just have a -3 because of exhaustion.
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, let's carry on.
That's it.
Of
So,
course.
you've ventured into the forest. You begin chopping, and within the hour, you can start
also-
to hear a kind of
Sorry.
Oh, go on.
Hide nearby the trap.
Yeah.
because
Let's give
that's
stealth
what
checks to
we-
those hiding.
Thought about. That's what we said we were doing, right?
Yep, stealth checks. Manny's the only one kind of out on the open. Nimsy's quite small. I'm going to give her advantage. Not just that, because... Yeah, why not? Okay, pretty much the same thing. No worries. So she's got an 11. And were you staying hidden as well, Roki?
Yeah, I'm behind a tree outside, somewhere I can like detect anything behind where it is.
Okay, roll stealth. And I think because you're wearing heavy armor, it's a bit trickier for you.
Wish me luck.
Disadvantage, right? You're wearing like chainmail.
Sorry, my bad. Okay.
Yeah, that's cool. Wow, 15 it is then. All right. So Nimsy is out in the cold. It's like, oh, it's freezing out here. I don't know if I'm much use to you guys out here. My hands are going numb, and Snop's like, Shush! Why can be quiet? Oh, sorry. Just like
So,
getting a bit of a cold on.
Just when Manny starts, I'll roll my detect magic.
Snop is nowhere to be seen. Okay. Yeah, you can start.
I'll say like
you can also
that. I cast it when Manny starts dropping, kind of like thing.
Gotcha. Yeah. So within 10 minutes, if you wanted, you can do it as a ritual, right? And then it'll last 10 minutes.
So I don't use up the spell slot if I do that?
Exactly, yeah.
Okay,
So
I'll
you could
do
say,
that
so you cast it for 10 minutes, then Manny starts chopping, and then we see what happens, basically.
then.
All right, cool. So there is these echoing snaps in the forest. Something is moving closer. You can hear the rustle. And a few birds seem to like get spooked and flutter their wings away from the direction it's coming. It's probably northeast in a direction there. And you're waiting tentatively. Manny's like looking over his shoulder after every chop, making sure he's not just going to get rammed from behind. Sure. And then, beginning as a silhouette, see this large set of antlers just pushing through, snapping branches and twigs alike out of the way. Its breath fills the kind of immediate area around its form with this fog.
Imagine
And
if we
you
had
can
to
see as
DM
it gets...
Tom, just be like, you got rammed by a giant moose, make a new character.
Yep.
Mhm.
Or he's just in a wheelchair from broken limbs.
Anyway,
Oh
sorry.
god, yeah. So this form, as it gets closer and closer, it starts distant, but you can see this thing is massive. And if you've seen a moose in real life, they look like fucking eldritch beings, just how ridiculously large they are. And you can see all of its antlers are like covered in rime and frost. Little icicles dangle from the spikes. And this white coat, it's almost invisible until it's within perhaps a few meters. But it's at that point, it just starts to see Manny, and without hesitation, it begins to go into a full charge. And its gallops against the snow are like deep thuds that you can feel through the earth. All right, so let me bring out the white moose. I hope this is.
It's nice knowing you guys.
Oh yeah, here we go. See the artwork. Actually, I can't show you the artwork just yet.
Can I ready the paintball? Can I ready the paintball before we do anything?
I assume that you are, yeah.
Okay.
All right. Now, I guess we should just go into sort of an initiative. Sure. You know what? I'm going to drag your characters out here. Roki, Stef, Manny, Cracker. Okay. And I'm also going to roll a quick perception check for this thing as well. Just because you've laid a trap.
I see nothing.
Oh no, not you. For the
Oh,
moose.
for him. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. To see if you can see anyone hiding in the vicinity. Okay, I'm going to drag you onto initiative. Okay, go ahead and roll. Damn it, it's supposed to be it.
Oh,
Something
I
is
forgot my
wrong.
Vigilant blessing.
What's up?
I see myself twice in the initiative counter.
Oh yeah, weird. Oh, there you go.
I see Roki twice in initiative count.
I'll keep the 19.
How did you get in there twice?
No, you didn't. Now Stef is there twice. Every time we roll, it adds a second one of us.
Stop rolling. What did you just? What was your first roll?
No,
Roki?
like it just seems to roll it twice. I don't know what my first one was. Does it say? Oh, it says the 12 was the first, but yeah, it's rolling it twice for some reason. That's why we're appearing
Oh, that's
twice.
fine. There we go. I got rid of it.
God damn it! I wanted the
It might have been
19.
because I clicked begin combat. Anyway, all right. So it looks like it is actually up first before anyone gets a chance. It's hard to see it immediately, Steph. And yes, although you're holding you're holding your action. I think. What was your stealth, real quick? It's actually noticed. A couple of you. Roki has noticed. Yeah.
Oh, no.
The. Steph, what was your stealth check?
I don't think I rolled one. I can roll you
Cool.
one.
So it definitely notices. Well, it definitely notices you then.
Well,
Yeah,
they
there it
should.
is.
Yeah, I mean,
There
he's
you go.
further away, so he should be okay.
Holy shit, that's so funny. Forgot to stealth, just standing out in the open,
Well,
waiting with the paintball.
As long as it doesn't find the trap, we should be okay.
So Manny and Steph, you're the ones. It's just immediately charging towards. And so Steph, as you're trying to like get your paintball ready, it's already seen you and it's charging headlong. And I'm gonna have it. Here you go, 40 feet, right? Manny's the one chopping the wood, so that's his first target for sure.
Do we have any visual, by the way? Or is this theater of the minds?
Are you not on the
Because
Tourmaline map?
I'm looking at
Oh, my
I'm looking
bad.
at the Tourmaline map, yeah.
Oh, that's it then. Yeah, you're over here.
I just see the town. I'm very confused. Oh, wait. Oh, I have to zoom out. Oh, what? Okay.
Where?
I was just looking at the picture at the top left. I didn't
Oh
realize.
fuck, you're in. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, we didn't move to
Apologies.
a different
It should
Oh,
be over here.
okay.
It's not. It is mostly
Hey.
theater of the mind though. This isn't like grid by grid, so don't panic too much. The white moose charges at Manny,
Oh, it's friendly.
bringing its antlers to bear.
Run.
Let's see.
Wait, this
just
is
need to
not how I
make
imagined us
sure-
laid out at all. I
It's
thought I'd
fine.
be to like the
Position
side,
yourselves.
and then these guys would be like back behind a trap.
It's fine. It is theater of the mind. I'm just.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just using this as a rough layout. Sorry. Anyway, so with the charge, it can first do its excuse me, its antler attack first, which
Does
for
that have a chance to
Manny
run away?
is easily a hit. If it had gone first, yeah, sure, but it got to go first. And the white moose it's not really visible with a dense forest and it being kind of camouflaged in the white until the moment is too late, and that's when it just boom charges in. Yep, Manny is flattened on the ground, completely knocked out from this thing. Oops. Actually,
Knocked down as in
I can
prone
get-
or death's door?
well, he has to make a strength save. If he
Oh,
fails,
God.
then he's on prone. So I'm going to assume he's going to be going down. Oh, actually, 19. Wow, fuck. All right. Manny's somehow standing tall, even though he's been picked up and slammed back down into the ground with these huge antlers. Icicles shoved into the Manny's body. Is winded. Can't even say a word after that. That's actually huge because it means he doesn't get his other attack. The trap as well. At this point, I'm going to say it triggers it, and you're going to have to. It's going to have to roll a dex save for the trap. It didn't notice that, and it's a DC 13, isn't it? So that fails. So the hunting trap snaps shut. You see its leg crunch, and it lets out that pained cry. Now, What does it do? Is it just
It's a
restrain, right?
1d4, and I believe it's restrain.
Yep. Go ahead and roll the damage. It says stops moving. Therefore, thereafter, until the creature breaks the trap, its movement is limited by the length of the chain. There's a chain.
I'm supposed to tie it to a tree or something.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I'm with you. So I'm guessing the tree that Manny's chopping then. All right. So it
Basically.
takes 1 point of piercing. Got it. All right. After that, it is Snorp's go. He jumps out of the tree line. And throws a little javelin at it. Unless anyone has Snorp got a plan here?
I don't know. I thought we were just getting back.
We were supposed to
Yeah.
at least mark the moose
Oh yeah, that's right.
and or trap it. But that's Stef's
Okay.
job.
Who's
I'll
last?
just say
in the
Snorp
roll?
does throw a little javelin. Manny is gravely wounded. Probably doesn't want to take another hit like that. Could just punch the moose in the face. Or he could actually try and defend himself. Tell you what he'll do. He'll punch it and do that. He's going to go for an unarmed strike. And then immediately after, do Step of the Wind for a... what's it called? Patient defense. That's the one. Steadies himself.
Mhm.
Backs around behind the tree. Actually, yeah, with the Step of the Wind, you can't. Decent.
There is also a Step of the Wind. Oh wait, do you have the new Step of the Wind?
Well, he's going to just disengage regardless, because I think this makes more sense. If he's tied to the tree with a trap, then he can't chase him anyway. So yeah, we'll say the Manny retreats into the tree line. Okay, Roki, you're up.
Have I detected anything with my detect magic?
That is the most peculiar thing. There actually isn't anything magical. You're not sensing any like illusion magic, no sort of transmutation or anything coming from them, really.
Or from anywhere?
No. I guess
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, make a perception check. And that is an
Can I
11.
give myself guidance?
You could. It would give you you'd use your reaction though. You can use the D4 though.
I mean, yeah. But
You can roll it if you like.
Anything.
You need a 4.
You never know. It might happen.
Yeah.
My guidance. I can't cast guidance on myself. So I
Just
roll the D4.
click a D4. Holy
Apparently,
shit.
I'm 475 meters away from myself.
Oh, don't worry about that. That's fine. It's just a D. That is exactly what we needed with a 15. There isn't any magic active right now, but I will stretch this a little bit and say that there does seem to be almost like some kind of lingering transmutation magic that was cast, but it's no longer actually like present. Like there is no active magic going on, but rather as you look at the white moose carefully, there's just this faint glowing kind of aura, this greenish hue that's just around the kind of forehead of the moose, like right in between the eyes. There's just latent magic. So
Do I have any
something has been
semblance of-
cast.
Do I have any semblance of what direction this could have been cast from, or like if it was recent, it was just like something just did it nearby?
It's latent, meaning it has been cast a long time ago,
Oh, okay.
but there's no actual active magic as of right now. So I kind of stretching the rules a bit because you're clearly onto something, that there is something unnatural here, but what was done has been done a long time ago.
Okay.
So and it's centered around its forehead. Okay.
So I just
What
have
else would
go
you like
there
to
and
do?
study. I still say that, hey guys, there's some kind of magical spell on its mind. We need to knock it out or dispel it. I don't think we should kill it. Does that count as my turn for the... No, because I would have had the detect magic before the combat started, right? So
Yeah.
I still have my regular
Right.
turn.
So that's yes.
I don't want to cast sleep yet because we don't know how much health it has. It might be better to like cause some damage before we do that. I think I want to. Yeah, I'm gonna cast out a sacred flame and then maybe get some distance. I can't cast because I'm far away from everything.
Oh, don't. Yeah, don't. I'll just. It's theater of the mind. So just I'm just gonna roll a dex save. Sorry, no. Oh, it is a dex save. Yeah, I'm just gonna roll a dex save for you.
And then I want to kind of like
It succeeds.
get some distance, but the opposite direction of everyone else. So I'm kind of like, if I'm angering it, I'm angering it away from them.
As you say these words about as a spell cast on its mind, its head turns to you, and its eyes narrow as you begin casting the spell, and instinctively it bucks and dodges out of the way, almost like it knew you was about to cast a spell and dodged preemptively. Tracker, you're up.
If I were to make an unarmed strike with my claws, can I do that non-lethal?
You can do bludgeoning damage with claws and unarmed strikes. Yes. Yeah, you can. And again, with it being theater of the mind, you don't need to target this creature to just roll the attack.
Oh, it's because we're on
Do
the
the
Lonely
thing.
Wood map that it makes us so
Yeah.
far away. I get it now.
Yeah.
Stupid thing.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So you don't need to measure any distances or
Okay.
aim to attack. I should have made. Oh lord.
Oh fuck!
Yeah.
I break a nail. Oh fuck! I forgot
Likewise,
to.
it seems to know
Yeah.
where you're coming from, and it tilts its head and smashes its powerful antlers into your fist, and it feels like you just smashed a brick wall. That's all right. We can get rid of that.
Oh wait, that's not supposed to happen.
It hurts like hell, but you didn't even leave a dent on it. Stef, it's your turn.
As my bonus action, I will activate my blade song.
Mm-hmm.
Throwing an item is my main action, right?
Right.
Then I will attempt to throw the paint at that thing. You
Okay.
probably want me to do an athletics check or acrobatics? Or...
Yeah. I'll say athletics. Wow, you hit it. Huck this thing as hard as you can at the creature. And it is massive. It's a hard target to hit. But with it being kind of distracted with Tracker and Roki's spell, you catch it on its hide and the paint splatters across it. What color was it again?
Pink. We're playing Monster Hunter.
Pink, white.
Pink.
Right, so it's got a pink ass covered in paint.
Okay.
All right.
Then,
Nicely done.
yeah, I'll just stand where I am. I'll hide behind the tree, maybe. So it can.
You hit it, Nimsy says.
There's like a bunch of trees around, right? I can put myself.
There's loads.
Yeah.
There's hundreds of trees. Yeah, you can just get cover immediately.
Can I climb on top of a tree?
Climbing will be a little bit trickier. You'd need an athletics check.
I'll do it.
You can attempt it.
I want to climb a tree.
Yeah, go on.
We don't need to measure distances, right? I'll do an athletics.
No. Just roll.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh wow, yeah. Your draconic claws are able to dig into the bark, and
I'm
sure
on
enough,
the ice
yeah, you can climb up. We'll say you can get back about 15 feet up. It's half movement to climb.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Can we just say the tree is close enough so I can drop attack on the moose?
If you want to get up to the moose and climb, I'll say you're only like 5 feet up.
Yeah. That's good. That's good.
All right.
5 feet up. That's not
Okay,
even above my head.
No.
And the moose is
It's
bigger
fine.
than I am.
It's true. Well,
You're at about my shoulder height.
Don't worry about it. We'll figure it out in a sec. So the hunting trap. I need to get out of this. It's another DC strength check to free myself. So that's what I'll do. I'm just gonna go and try and snap the shit out of this.
It's DC 13.
That's it. That'll do it. The moose, now looking down, realizing the predicament, and it seems to twist itself and find leverage in the right way to just break this and make it look easy. Whereas you've seen animals struggle and flail, and they've only ever made it worse for themselves, like stumbling around in the snow, falling on their side. This moose seems to know exactly how to handle this situation, and with its other with his other hoof, like leans down and opens it up, and then pulls the other leg out with little to minimum damage on the leg itself. This thing's intelligent. And now, what do we do with regards to being ambushed by 5 individuals with weapons drawn?
I don't have
It's
my weapons
intelligence.
drawn.
That's true. But snort through a little javelin. Roki's casting spells. Clearly these are no loggers. And at this point, the White Moose is going to back up from you, Tracker. Attack of opportunity.
I'll take that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you crit it. Ooh. 12 damage. Ouch.
Is that the first hit we've had on it?
Yeah,
Snop got it.
Snarp hit.
Snop got first blood.
I cannot ensnare him, right?
You can with a bonus action.
Okay. How?
But no,
how much?
it's not your turn, is it? So no.
How much damage should we dealt to this?
12 plus. You
17.
did 2. Oh wait, you.
Okay.
That is.
How hurt does it look?
It's injured, but it's not like covered in blood and limping. It's taken some hits, but it's hardy. This is no mere reindeer. You've seen reindeer just take a hit from one javelin and go down. This thing looks tough as nails, and it's got some scars on it already, likely where the loggers tried it but failed. This White Moose backs away and quickly turns back into the forest and goes into a full long charge 80 feet into the woods, which is quite a distance. I'm going to say that in order to catch up with this thing, you would need above 40 base speed. So does anyone have any chance of that? Manny would, but he would
Manny
run out
would.
of ki very quickly.
No.
If
Mhm.
I didn't
Okay.
have my exhaustion, I would have been able to overtake him.
Ooh, right. Without the exhaustion, well, that come into play then in that case. So, for the purposes of this, I'm going to say that combat is over. The dense foliage means you're unable to get a line of sight to hit spells and long-ranged attacks. It's just too dense. The other issue is just the speed of this creature. It crashes and just basically plows its way through the woods, nothing stopping it. And for the rest of you, you'd be like getting hit by branches, climbing over roots, etc., pitfalls, etc., rabbit dens, you name it. But this thing just plows straight through. However, there is still that paint that's sort of dripping here and there that leaves a little trail. That's
You guys wanted to stop
potentially.
me. I had a
Yeah,
great
No.
well,
We did
Who
not.
tried- Who tried to stop you?
Oh,
What
they
the fuck are
didn't.
you talking about?
This is the one thing that we did not try to stop you with.
You should listen to my ideas more often.
Anyway, so now we're here.
Manny's
We-
coughing.
we-
like,
We just
My
know when
ribs.
to listen.
oh god, where's Faith?
You did
Oh.
great.
Oh, sorry. Faith pokes up the head. I was hiding. Here, Manny. And she's going to cast a Cure Wounds on him.
Okay, I was going to. I guess she got to it first. Okay,
You
so
save it. You save it.
I think that thing needs help. I don't think it wants to hurt anyone. It I don't know. It kind of. I don't necessarily think it's like completely being controlled, but I think it's being manipulated. and I don't know if we have a way to dispel that. But if something else is causing this, that means that stopping it won't stop what's happening. If it can make that moose attack people, then it can make any moose attack people. So
In other words,
we
we
need
need to track its lair.
Yeah, we need to track down what has done this, because it wasn't done right now. It's just that thing has been, I don't know how long, but at some point it was changed to do that. So how do we find out what around here could do that?
Is there any check I can make regarding this topic, Chris?
So, Roki mentioned some sort of transmutation on its mind. Roll an Arcana check or a Nature check to
I
determine
will
what kind
roll
of spell that
nature.
could be.
I'll roll an Arcana.
Anyone? Yep.
Nope, I do not know this.
Stef, you know this spell.
What?
A mind-affecting transmutation spell. One that would increase something's intelligence, especially of that of a beast or an animal. It could be the Awaken spell. This is known by druids, and after tracing magical pathways within a precious gemstone, a druid is able to awaken an animal into having like sentience, consciousness, like that of an intelligent being. And you also know it gives them the ability to speak.
Oh.
They would understand everything you just said.
Or would they? So we can try talking to.
Oh, so it knows that we didn't want to kill it after we found out. That's interesting.
Perhaps it didn't choose to speak to you, but you know it. If this spell was cast, it would have definitely understood everything. Nimsy's like, well, did you share that with everyone, by the way, Stef?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. That would explain. Roki, thank you for seeing that, and Stef, thanks for your knowledge on this. Who would have cast a spell on it, and why is the real question.
Is there a duration on this kind of spell, or is it permanent?
Well, I'll have to know that druids usually cast this, and they don't like loggers in the forest, so I think we're dealing with hippies.
Hippies? No, they're the worst.
If there is a druid that cast this spell and it started about a year ago, you say? Just after the Rime.
Does the spell last that long, or would it have to be recast over time?
Permanent.
Permanent, okay.
That's why I said I'll sign a stretch it and say, actually, you're right. It actually is only 8 hours, but an awakened beast is charmed for you for 30 days.
It's charmed for 10 days or something, right?
It's 30 days. This normally would obey, yeah.
And then, depending on how you treat the creature, it will choose to obey you, or it will go rampage and do whatever it wants.
So 30 days. So in theory, there's a way to find these guys.
This one is loyal to the druids.
What that would tell you is that someone's been continually casting it. So they must be still here in Icewindale, at least, to be able to continue doing that.
I think we should try and track them down. Should we go? We have a paint trail to follow.
Right, yes. Nimsy says, no, this sounds like a pretty dangerous endeavor. If druids spell casting, and I'm just a speaker. I can cook cookies for you, but I'm no fighter. I don't think I want to slow you down. So
that's absolutely fine.
But please,
much respect to you.
Sounds like you.
Thanks for all the help. We'll do what we can.
Sounds like you got. Yeah.
Sorry. If you don't see us in 2 days, we'll assume we're dead.
I will send someone
Nice.
out for your search party, but I'm fully expecting you to come back. I'm baking cookies, one of each of you,
That sounds
in the
absolutely
shape of one of
perfect.
each of you.
Can't wait to have them. Hopefully, we can
Oh,
have a chat
no.
with these druids. That seems like the best outcome. Tracker, do you think you can you can help find them with this trail paint trail or paint?
And,
As we're calling.
I can see what I do. This is highly unusual using paints.
Well, I don't think the paint will lead us to the druids, but it might lead us to somewhere that gives clues. Or maybe we're lucky.
Right.
Maybe the paint will lead us to the druid. Let's find out. But
Okay.
yeah,
In that case,
Survival.
then, it
Oh.
is a survival check. Yes.
Before we continue, can I pick up my trap and take it with us?
You
Or is it
can.
gone?
No, it's reusable.
I thought we can like
all
have
right.
the hand make a
Gonna
trap.
waste. I'm not gonna waste resources.
So now this is the kind of thing I would normally give advantage on. However, you rolled a nat 20, and I mean that, so you don't even need it. But actually, what I'm going to give you advantage on is this roll. Roll me a d6, and actually, because you rolled a d20, I'm going to say roll 3d6.
3d6.
Yep, this is like super advantage. You rolled a 6. Wow. All right. Closes book of random encounters. So you find this exactly where you were expecting it to be. The blood trail also is giving it away. You gave it a good hard punch, it seems, enough to bruise it, and also little javelin from Snorp. It seems as though these tracks lead to what appears to be some sort of structure, and it's surrounded by these statues. It's like nothing you've ever seen before. Maybe a ruin? It looks like a really old ancient architecture. And there is a dais that you start to see in the middle. It's a circular indentation, like in a snowy hillside. Rising from the middle of the circle is a triangular gnomon of beautifully carved crystal that stands about 20 feet tall. And there's a 10-foot high berm hugging the circle's eastern edge, which has like evergreens growing around and atop it. And I'm going to take you to the map before I describe anything further, so you have a visual on this. But wow, the paint worked, by the way, guys. Oh
I
shit.
mean, I would have found it without the paints.
No, because you would have had to roll a d6 and get lucky still. Like a nat 20 just
It
means
wasn't.
you've
It
got the
wasn't.
trail.
It wasn't net 20, and then the first roll was a 6.
That's true. Okay, fair. I'll give you that.
Shut the fuck up! Don't take this away from me. You could not have
But
planned for that.
to be fair, by the way randomization computers work, if you made that roll a few seconds later or a few seconds earlier, it's a different roll.
Yeah.
So the fact that we made every choice we made led to that roll.
That's it. And that time of day sent it entirely within this game. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm gonna drag your tokens out.
I could have
There
used
is
these
a
rolls
small
for
little
the exhaustion checks.
right. There is a small little brazier. Ignore the fire. It's actually not lit. Annoyingly, I couldn't find a map where it's not lit, but we grab your tokens in just a sec. Here we go. Snorp's with you. Faith's with you as well. Elven Tomb. Okay. Slap you down here. There you go. So these are the tracks you've been following, and those with dark vision can see
I was
very
gonna say,
clearly.
why can't I see stuff? I can see.
Those without might need some light source. Although it is early in the day, so there's only dim light during a certain period of time in Icewindale. But I'll say this is one of those times. So I'm going to give you some light so you can see, because otherwise you'll just be walking in blind. All right. Let's go about there. All right, cool. Everyone can see a little clearer now. Hopefully.
Yep.
I can see clearly now the rain
Okay.
is gone.
Nice. All right then. So the structures are, as you get closer, the statues, they seem to be like of elven, depicting mages, wizards perhaps. But the central kind of like strange like moon dial is nothing like you've ever seen before, untouched from travelers or explorers. And as you approach, you see the set of stairs leads up to a they're called a berm.
So is there any sense
what?
of people around here, or do we just see a bunch of stuff?
No people, but the tracks have led this way.
I guess I'll take the lead. Don't want to get anyone else killed.
Mm-hmm.
We just have a look up here.
I'll just follow right behind you, I guess.
I assume I take this way
You-
up to get up to this table.
That's all right. Yep. So you go up 10 feet to this berm that hugs the circle of the eastern edge. And as you get to the top, you see what looks to be like some sort of sarcophagus buried under the snow and enclosed by a half circle of pale crystal pillars. And north of this berm is a delicately carved gazebo, and it's made of marble. And south of the berm, a gazebo, it's like a shelter outside, so it doesn't have any doors or anything. It's just like a raised platform with like a domed roof, supported by 4 pillars.
That's where the flame is coming from, right? Or the drawing of the flame.
Yeah, that's right. That's right, yeah. It's not lit at the moment, but there's very visibly a brazier which would have had tinder and things to light a fire. So, yes, white marble statues atop granite pillars seem to like encircle you. All these elves watching down with their ancient stony eyes.
This is
They seem to depict like...
sorry.
Sorry, go.
This
No, go
looks
ahead.
like magic, hocus pocus.
Hocus pocus? What? That's a bit insulting.
What is all the black lines here? What the fuck?
That's shadows.
Yeah, shadows.
Or stuff that you can't see.
Well, they move when you move, because like
It
it's
looks
yeah.
really weird on my side.
Alright, tell you what, I'll do this. Is that better?
It's light rays as well now.
I'm gonna walk up here. There's a sundial here.
The moon dial by the looks.
Or moon dial. Can I do like an arcana check or something on this thing?
Tell me exactly what you're doing first, and I'll determine whether it's a roll or not.
I'm stretching out my hands and trying to make it vibrate or something.
Well, through a spell?
Yeah, I'll throw a cantrip at it. Sure.
Oh, okay. So doesn't seem to be reacting with any kind of magic to your cantrip. No, doesn't seem to be.
Okay.
You said
I
it
mean,
was a
it
moon
itself is
dial,
covered in
right?
frost. Yeah, you can see like depictions of the moon on the actual floor, ranging from half moon, full moon, etc.
Can I don't know, because of this shadow I can't really see. There is like kind of like a protrusion sticking out here in the middle, right?
That is the actual tall
I
triangular
attempt to, like-
crystal gnomon.
Can I attempt to like push or turn that thing?
Yeah, you can try. It's got a thick base, and as you try to push it, the sharp point doesn't seem to be rotating at all. Weirdly, though, you do notice, Steph, that the snow around the gnomon has like melted away. There's no snow like settling on it, just around it.
I start ritual casting detect magic whilst everyone's looking
You
around.
can.
Okay.
Sure thing.
You can let me know when it's been 10 minutes in game.
However, Steph, as you push as hard as you can, you pull away, but you do see where your hands have touched and kind of scraped away some of the snow. There is an elvish inscription,
Does
but I'm
anybody
not
here
sure if you
speak
can read it.
Elvish? I'll ask the party. I scream, "Hey, dudes! Anybody here that can speak Elvish? Or read Elvish, rather?"
We'll see if Manny knows.
I'm familiar with
Manny
Dwarven.
does
If
not.
you can see those runes.
No, Elvish runes. Definitely Elvish. I'm an expert on runes.
Snorp doesn't, Manny doesn't, nor does Faith. No one speaks Elvish here.
Where's Bellamy when you need him?
He didn't speak Elvish either. He spoke Giant though.
Oh, I thought he was an elf.
Your ranger or scout? They're
he looked
human
like
as
a
they.
human.
Definitely.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. All right. Well,
Definitely a human.
unfortunately, no progress is made on translating these yet. But we'll say 10 minutes if you want. Roki can just elapse, and we'll say you
Yeah,
cast the
sure.
spell. Okay. So the moon, the sarcophagus.
Oh, whoops.
Whoa, Jesus Christ.
That's loud as fuck. Yo, what?
And after I cast,
Yeah, it
I'll wander over in this direction. So I'm like moving around the area.
Oof.
Well,
Alright.
if I don't detect anything right away.
So you notice as you're looking at the sarcophagus, clearing the snow off the lid reveals an engraving of a brazier on it. And you notice at the top of each pillar, from north to south, they seem to show images that are glowing in like a magical kind of rune. And they light up much more obvious now. They're covered in like rime and frost, right? But now your magic kind of illuminates the picture of a twig, a pine cone, a flame, a feather, and a humanoid hand.
Okay. Let's type this over.
I'll copy that.
And
Yeah, I'll
what's
copy that into the
on the
chat for you.
sarcophagus that matches them?
There's a depiction of a brazier, and that too is sort of slowly glowing and pulsing.
Would I know
And
anything
that
about
would be
like
abjuration.
Okay, would there be anything that gives me a guess on how to interact with these? Like if it, or do I just have to go and
Abjuration
guess?
magic. Yeah, so abjuration magic is the stuff of wards, guards, locks, protection, that sort of thing. So looking at these images, looking at the corresponding like picture of a brazier, it's some maybe kind of lock or combination. And abjuration, arcane lock is the best example of like an abjuration spell, There's a thing
Okay.
to open said lock and undo it.
So I don't have any clues from the sarcophagus then, just a brazier.
That itself might well be the clue. The engraving is showing a brazier. Mm-hmm.
Hey, so I described everyone what I see here. Does anyone think I should touch the one that has a flame on it, see if anything happens?
Go ahead.
Anyone got any ideas of it? Like, we have some magic endowed people around. Steph, do you have any
Can Stef do like an investigation, see if he has any ideas? I don't know how it works. I don't want to like ask to roll, so I'm not sure like what to ask.
I can
No,
wander over
it's-
and Senrith tells me if I have an idea or not.
Sure, you can climb back up there. So you're seeing the images of a brazier on the sarcophagus, and what I've put in the chat, you see a twig, a pine cone, a flame, a feather, a humanoid hand. They are all depicted, one on each pillar here as well. Touching it, investigating it, it doesn't seem to light up or do anything or react in any way. So they're not buttons. They're not like things you press.
Oh, and we have a fire over there, don't we?
Want me
it's
to-
there is a
unlit
brazier.
fire. I have an idea. I'm gonna go take a twig. And can anyone light the brazier? Has anyone got anything to light it with?
Isn't it-
I've got some flint steel. I can light the brazier.
If you light the brazier and I throw a twig in, does anything happen?
Oh, your tinderbox. That's
Okay.
the one.
Yeah, all right, we'll start with that. So yeah, a twig is easy enough to find. You just pick one off the ground and head over. So you strike a spark and light the twig inside the brazier. And sure enough, Roki, with your detect magic, there is some sort of acknowledgement that this has been done coming from the pillar up there. It sort of glows a different color.
Can anyone find a pine cone to throw in there next? Or I'll look around, and if we're gonna look around, see who finds one first.
Want me to look around for a feather?
Yeah? Oh, that might be more difficult. Hopefully, yeah. You find a feather, I'll grab a pine cone. Also has a flame. How do we put a flame in a flame?
I mean,
the flame is also lit up.
Okay, so just lighting it counts. Okay.
Lighting it
We
is
need
a flame.
Pine, yeah, so just pine cone and a feather. We'll see if we get the same reaction out of those two.
Oh, I should
Wait.
light this as well. There you go.
If I were to climb a
it's-
tree to look for a bird's nest, would I be able to find a feather there?
Yes, very quickly. You would find a pine cone, no problem.
So, what happens to
Yeah,
the
no,
pine
I'm not
cone
going to
and
roll
the
for
feather?
it. That's fine. Oh, so the pine cone, that just lights up and the feather disintegrates in there. And yes, sure enough, you begin to see once more the kind of runes on those pillars lighting up one by one.
Okay,
And
so,
I think the only thing left is the humanoid hand.
okay, so I'm going to be hopeful here. I'm going to hold my hand up above the fire, enough for it to be hot, but not quite enough to burn it. And just long enough that just as it starts hurting, I can pull it away. See if that does anything.
Oh, okay. So there's a flicker of abjuration magic, and it burns like hell. We'll start with 1 point of fire damage, just
Okay.
because you're putting it in and out, and it burns like hell. But as you pull it back out, the flickering dims and dies out,
Hmm.
and that pillar
Yes.
is not
Oh.
fully lit.
As Roki is trying to pull his hand in, I'm kind of seeing this as a challenge, and I'll do this as well.
Trying to hold it there for longer.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Oh, sure. Why don't both of you roll Constitution saves? We'll see who can hold it in there longer.
I didn't say I was competing. I've stopped after I've done the 1 damage.
All
I
right.
just wanted to do enough for it to hurt, see if that would be enough, but it wasn't. I'll see what he
in that
does.
case, how much damage would you... All right, in that case, I'll ask just how much damage would you like to take, Tracker? You can hold it in there longer with just taking 2.
I'll go for 2.
All right, you take 2 points of damage as your fingers your fingernails start to melt. But you pull it out and your hands all kind of charred. That hurt, really, really hurt. But you've pushed through greater pains than that. It flickers again, but it dims out once again once the hand is pulled away from the fire.
Does it want us to sacrifice a hand? Or do you think we just need to do more?
Anyone got any
You
ideas?
don't take my hand.
How long would I be able to hold my hand in there?
Until the hand is burnt and charred and unusable.
Yeah.
The pain would be excruciating.
Yeah, no.
You only held it in there for like...
It just flickers, right?
It only flickered and died out once you pulled the hand out.
How long did I hold my hand in there?
Couple of seconds.
Okay,
If I were to hold my hand in there for like 2 rounds, what would... This was half a round? 1 round?
Two. Yeah, I was like, yeah, half a round. I'm saying like, because Roki mentioned I'm just going to put it in and quickly pull it out. That's like the minimum, right? So 1. You just said you wanted to hold it in longer than that.
Okay.
So yeah,
if I were to say that I held my hand in there for a full round, how much damage would I have taken?
You're holding it above or in the fire?
That's going to be like a D10, like as if you were on fire.
Then I'll do that.
All right.
You're going to put your hand in the fire and light yourself on fire. Are you sure?
Are you sure that this is the puzzle?
Yes.
Yeah. This is gonna hurt like hell. I'm rolling it. Fuck, 8 points of fire damage as your whole hand is held and engulfed in flame, and it singes all the fur away. The flesh stinks.
Can I react to that somehow? I have absorbed elements. I can cast it on him.
That's on yourself only.
It's a bit late now. He shoved his hand in there.
Never mind.
Stef, 1, it's a reaction. 2, it only works on yourself.
Okay. I cannot cast it on him.
Okay.
Sadly not. Tracker. Oh, well, that's Stef. So you see this happening, and a smell of burning flesh wafts into the air. Roki, the light on the pillar, it fully lights up. It flickers into like, it's only 6 seconds, right? You see it flicker, and it's alive for 6 seconds, and the rune on the sarcophagus shifts as well. Like the brazier on the sarcophagus lights up, but
as it lights up,
over here.
Can I scream? Someone try to open it now.
Okay. Yes, you can.
Oh wait, boys,
Manny,
I have an idea. This thing lit up right when he stuck his hand inside of it. There is a hand on the table as well. How about we throw the hand into the brazier?
There was a hand on the table?
Human hand is on the table, yes.
Was it a picture
was
of
it there the whole
hand?
time? I thought it was a picture.
Twig, pinecone, flame, feather, human hand. Oh, it's pictures.
Those are images.
Those are stuff that I saw.
Yeah.
Only I saw though. I described them to everyone.
That's kind of the whole reason why they've put their hand in the brazier. Because they think that's what they need to put in there to light up the rune. And it is working, but only for 6 seconds. So Manny, he hears your scream, rushes over with Snorp and Faith. They're up here watching this happen. And they two together are going to try and help shove this massive sarcophagus open. Now, let's see. The thing weighs like a shit ton.
Manny's strong. He's got it.
They're gonna need to. It's 500 pounds.
I'm going over to help as well. 500 pounds is nothing. I can deadlift 500 pounds IRL.
Okay, all right. Look, you're down there at the moment. I'm gonna say that Snort, Faith, and Manny have to have a go on this. If they fail, then maybe next round, sure. But this is gonna take their combined effort.
You've never seen the girls that I hook with up in bars. 500
This is gonna be an issue. I cannot hold my hand in the brazier and open the sarcophagus.
You can't. It's a different location.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I cannot.
Strong, right?
Yeah.
I, however, have absorbed elements.
Okay, let's just see what they do, and then we'll make a choice from there.
No,
So-
let's.
all right.
Wait,
No,
yeah,
no, no.
okay.
just stop. What happens when they try to open it?
Can
So
they
I'm not going to
open
do
it?
it strength. That's the question. You can push, drag, or lift weight in pounds up to twice your carrying capacity. So Manny has carrying capacity of 165. He's not strong. Snorp, even less. And Faith, only a slight bit more. They together, it's not combined enough. They're not a chance. They all heave this thing, but they are all the weakest characters, like physically, the weakest characters that are attempting this. And they're like, oh, we can't get it open.
Okay,
I'll
so
say-
It's
I'll
frozen,
take Ant-Man,
frozen
get
as
over
well.
okay, guys, I got a plan. Tracker, you look stronger than me, right? He's stronger than me. I have like
That's my
165
plan.
carrying capacity.
I've already said.
Only 160?
Okay, Steph,
Hold
what are
up,
you?
hold up.
I
One,
don't
that's
know,
one round.
Who are the strongest characters in our party? I would
Okay,
Kraken.
actually us three that are the strongest character in our party.
okay, but I don't want one of those guys putting their hand in. Man, he's already pretty hurt. So I'm gonna heal Tracker, and then I think five people is good enough. So all you guys go up there. I'm gonna stay here. I don't.
Wait.
You've already put your
What?
hand in it. It's someone else's turn now.
Sure.
Unless
Who's-
Steph wants to set his hand on fire.
I mean, I have absorbed elements. I can tank the damage. Quite literally.
That might
Take
stop it
the
working.
damage.
That might stop it working.
Uh-oh.
Like, it's a sacrifice. Okay, everyone in position. I'm going to shove my hand in,
Oh,
and
wait.
then you guys start pushing. So I'm going to try to shove my hand in and set myself on fire, just like him.
Okay. All right. I'll roll a d10.
Okay.
9 damage. Oh my
Even
god,
more.
you're really paying for this, Roki. That is
Also,
brutal as your arm is being charred and burnt up.
Push! It's like I just scream in pain. I put myself out in the snow after they get it open.
Yeah, all right. That looks like a combined total of over 500. Tracker alone, you have 270.
70, which would be a pushing of 540.
Yeah, 180 from Steph. So those, you 3, 4, 5 combined even, can begin to heave this thing off with an action. And that, in the space of 6 seconds, is enough to basically undo the lock. And Roki, your arm is not only charred, I'm going to say that because you took over half your hit points in one, burn, I'm going to say you can't lift your shield. Well, you can use it in your other hand if you want it, but one hand is out of commission, until you take a long rest.
Okay.
So you've got what? Your shield arm, or is this your mace arm?
I would
Either way,
I'd probably be stupid enough to put my main hand in first without thinking, so
So
Probably
that
my
would be your
weapon
mace
arm.
hands.
I'm gonna be honest, I would have just been like, this is what I gotta do, and shoved it in without considering the consequences.
that's going to be hard for you to cast spells. Well, you'll have to drop the shield. Either way, you've got one operable hand, and
Okay.
that'll mean either casting a spell or holding a shield or mace. So, holy shit, Roki, you put your arm into the snow, it sizzles with agony, and you've never felt pain like this bad before. You can hear the sound of grinding stone as your allies do manage to push this massive sarcophagus off. And yeah, it was probably frozen shut too. That didn't help. But yeah, this thing slams onto the snow with a heavy thud.
I cast sleep on
And
myself to end my
inside-
suffering.
You got it.
I'm
Yeah,
kidding.
you could do that. I mean,
Basically.
all right. So,
Damn.
what on earth is in this thing? There is a mummified body in here. And if Roki was nearby, you probably also sensed the flood of necromantic.
Would my spell even happen
energy.
at this point? Does it need concentration?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Yeah,
actually.
there's
You
no
need a
way I'm still
concentrate.
doing detect magic after that.
Just try rolling con.
Yeah.
We'll see if you did.
Yeah,
It's only a
okay.
D10.
Is it a saving
only a
throw?
D10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. You're resilient as well.
How the fuck am I? Okay, I
Roki.
guess I'm still detecting magic crying on the floor.
Because you have a resilient feat. You've endured much. I think you have it right. You're resilient.
I've resilient
took
to
half-
psych, I think.
Yeah, you
Do
do.
I?
You have resilient.
Oh,
There we
nice.
go. That'd be why. So you are really crying through the pain, but my god, you're actually still concentrating on the spell. So you do see a flood of necromantic energy from the actual sarcophagus, and that's when you see, huddled in this frozen tomb, the body of a female form, very lithe and slender, much like you would expect an elven priestess or queen. But this body begins to just twitch slightly under the presence of your spell here. Her eyes are completely like covered by a mask, like this half porcelain sort of face mask, and it at the top seems to have like the shape of a crescent moon. And her arms uncross from themselves. They reach up to the side of the sarcophagus and begin to lift themselves up and out in a very elegant, ladylike way. And you see her rise to full height, this long, silken gown, gone grey from the age of time, seems to drape down and hang over the sarcophagus. And she looks around, sees you all. And from the porcelain mask, you hear a voice say, "Mano edal, thoroe."
Anyone know this language? It'd be Elven, wouldn't it? That'd make sense.
It most definitely sounded elven.
Oh, no. What's Tracker saying? Okay.
He's speaking in a different language. Do you... So, what does that sound like to everyone else?
It's a low guttural sound from way back.
But it sounds like you've heard
it
Bellamy
does
speak
sound
that
familiar, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you've heard Bellamy speak that before, but okay. So this elf looks towards you. She sort of tilts her head slightly to the side, and she shakes her head, seemingly not understanding. Inoue, roras.
I'm just gonna do it. Do you speak common?
She looks towards you, Roki, and tilts her head to the side one way, but doesn't seem to give a yes or no. But she does seem to take like a bow in greeting or reverence. And she slowly begins to like exit the tomb, the sarcophagus. And she actually offers out a hand as well, Roki, as if like, can you help me get out? And expecting you to sort of,
I'll use my good arm to help her out.
Yeah, okay, gotcha. Yeah, she takes your arm, and you just feel a cold, deathly touch, followed by like the surge of necromancy, but nothing untoward. It just seems as though this undead form is being held together by some magic. And she stands softly on the snow. She's not wearing any of the proper like clothing you'd expect for this environment, but she seems utterly unperturbed by the cold, like she cannot feel it.
Can I take some rations out of my bag and offer it to seem friendly? Like, I assume she doesn't need food, but I think it will look friendly.
She instinctively goes to take it from you, but then seems to hold her stomach, and it is withered to the point of like you'd imagine like anorexia. Like it's so slim and taut. But then she looks down and realizes her state, and she turns to you, and there's a slight smile, and you can tell just a sort of a grin behind the mask, going, Resuni. And she shakes her head, and
I'll put it away and smile back, and give a slight bow. And then I'll turn to the group and say, do we have any ideas? She seems friendly.
she looks around, stares down at the elven tomb before her.
Does anyone know any other languages?
Faith says, I know there's a spell that can comprehend languages. I myself don't have it, but maybe Roki or Stef?
No, we'd have to find something to help
Not
with
yet.
that. We could try and find
Yeah.
some help with it in the town. But would
It
we
is a
just leave
first
her
level
here?
spell, but
If we went to go find some way to understand her, would we just leave her here, or would someone stay? What would we do? Might be able to help with our situation. She might need help. She might be dangerous.
That shop in Prinshender with the papers. I'm pretty sure they have a scroll of comprehend languages there.
Okay.
We're not gonna make it there in
I mean, I can
2
stay
days
with her
yet.
if you guys want to go. I could try to communicate as best I can. Because I don't want to take her away from this place if we don't know what to say. Or does anyone think they could travel there and back quickly? Because if someone can...
Faith says, I can. I can travel. If you would
would
like
you
me
and Stork
to.
be able to get there fastest? Or would anyone else get there faster?
At this moment, someone else would be faster.
I wouldn't want Faith going
Yeah,
alone.
because other people are exhausted. I've traveled alone before, but if I stick to the roads, I might be okay. I'm not exhausted. If you think this is worth going back to get a scroll, I'll do it.
If there's no other volunteers, I guess you'll have to... Can Snorp keep up with Faith?
Yeah,
if
they too have not got any levels.
Yeah. Send them
Do we
off.
have the? Do you have the gold?
Faith has gold. She's fine.
So it's only 50 or 75 gold, isn't it?
75.
She has the ruby. She
right.
can trade for it anyway.
That's true. Yeah, I can try and negotiate with my ruby. But if you give me the other 25, I'll happily buy it.
Yeah, I offered 25 of her.
All right, there you go then. All right, I'll be back as soon as I can. Oh, 23? Okay, Manny will give you the other 2 then.
Wait, I gave her 25, right? 48 minus
Oh,
25 is 23.
Sure.
Am I doing maths wrong?
No, you're right. You're good.
Okay, as soon as she leaves,
Sorry,
can I, like, I'm going to attempt to communicate. Can I, like, draw a moose in the snow? And then draw, like, trees down next to it, and then draw, like, try to, like, somehow, like, symbolize with, like, a circle next to its head that, like, there's something magic happening to it. How does she react to that?
Yeah, as you're trying to get her attention, could you roll me an insight check as well? And anyone else observing her can as well.
I'll roll you an insight check.
Yep.
I see so much
Sounds
insight,
good.
you have no idea.
So Steph, you're noticing that she doesn't seem to be like hostile or even in any shape or form, like like a fighter or anything like that against you guys. She seems actually at home here as well. And Roki, you noticed this. She seems to recognize this area. She like heads up to this tree and like places a hand on it as if she knows this tree. And as she's gazing out, like taking in this winter wonderland that has befallen her home, her eyes settle on the western side of the tomb, and her shoulders slump and you can hear a sigh. She looks saddened by the sight of the state of the tomb, and she points and says in a questioning tone, Rodaras. And she looks to you for answers, and she's pointing at a smashed section, like there's a wall that's just completely busted and crumbled.
I go over there and then see what I see.
Yeah.
I'll follow
And,
what could I see from here? I don't want to go in.
Yeah, you can see what you can see, basically. I think. Can you see?
I
For
can't
some
see.
reason,
the
there is
wall.
a wall.
Yeah, the wall is actually not a wall. It's because there's a dip. So you're looking at like a roof, and to get a closer look of what's inside, you would need to reach the precipice and then look down into the ruin, like you are now. So, Roki, there is a section of the tomb that has been caved in completely. You can see piles of rocks and debris, and another elven statue seems to be standing watching. There is also a smell. It stinks like a stable. You'd imagine like feces, kind of wet fur, that kind of smell.
Oh no.
This smells like a great place for lodging.
I've just seen a goat and a fox, a polar bear.
As you enter in, there is actually a light source in here. Someone's built a campfire, and keeping close to it, warming their body, is a little goat that raises its head and kind of bleats at you. And yes, nearby there are other little critters as well. Foxes, owls in high nests, and there's even a little polar bear cub that is like falling asleep next to the fire.
So none of them are
all
like
manner
approaching.
of different animals. I will say no, none of them are just openly charging at you, but
How
they
does
let out enough
the
of
lady
a
react?
warning. She looks kind of confused, and she's still in a questioning tone, asking something, but you have no idea what the answers to it would be.
I want to be
but she
really
seems
cautious.
like she
but I
doesn't
wanna try
recognize
something.
this.
Any reaction to a slow step forward?
The
I'd imagine it's
bleating
been
of the
10
goat.
minutes by now, right?
No, not quite.
No,
no.
yeah, okay.
No, you've still got that spell. The bleating of the goat is louder, and it gets up onto its legs, and you hear it kind of like turning to its right and bleating at something, perhaps to alert it. And you start to see something trudging its way down the corridor.
From this...
The moose.
Oh, there.
Moose.
It stares at you with the narrow eyes. It is still wounded from before. And then, with a huff of cold breath, it says, "Why did you follow me?"
We thought you needed help. We thought you were cursed by some kind of druid to go out and attack.
Cursed? No. This is a blessing. The only curse is the villages on our woods. I think here is actually better than anywhere to take a break and
Oh
call
no.
it for today's session. I think there is a nice little ending point. Because I'm going to imagine you want to talk to this, and I'm sure Manny has questions as well.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think there's
Where
a
the
good place
fuck
to
is
stop. What do you
Manny?
reckon? Guys, I don't know. I don't know what happened to Manny. Sorry, guys. I did try to message him, and he even said he'd be here, but something must have come up. Oh well. I'm sure he'll be here for next week, though.
How is this lady going to react to all of this?
Yeah, you can see she is taken aback. She has no idea what's happening. She's
So
never
I'm
seen.
I'm guessing there was a way we could do this without hurting myself so deeply.
I liked your method better. It was great. I liked you just like, oh, my arm, sticking it in the snow, like, fuck. That was great. Well done, actually. Yeah, figuring that shit out wasn't too hard, but it was painful. It wasn't hard.
Once you get that far through the excitement of like figuring something out, you want to finish it.
Oh, for sure, yeah. By whatever means necessary. Oh shit! No, that was great. And yeah, a fantastic idea with a little paintball. I know it's Monster Hunter. It's but it's. I was like, sure, you know what, go for it. And you rolled the 6 you needed. You would actually. There's a whole table of different things you can find. Until you roll a 6, you would be lost in the woods. But you just skipped all of that part. So massive.
Sorry
props.
for being a scout.
Oh no, that was great. That's totally in character. I think that makes sense. Like,
well,
you wouldn't be
fair,
fooled by Awakened.
As dangerous this situation looks, it feels better than the situation we started in.
Right.
Yeah, because
we
now
started staring down polar bears and goblins.
That's true.
That's fair.
You survived that. That was hinged on a persuasion roll that I was very hesitant to roll because it could have meant that the polar bears would become enemies and they would be way more powerful than the goblins. That's for sure. But you were right to get that scroll, and thank God Bellamy was at least there for that final little helping hand. But
yeah.
I thought it was a scroll of animal friendship, or that's how I remembered it first.
Well, too late now. If we've
either one would have worked.
No, it's
Either one
it,
worked, you know.
it definitely was speak with animals.
Okay, good. So then it definitely needed the check. Yeah. Like, sorry about the burning. We were trying to free you. Is what he basically said. Like,
yeah,
we'll help you fight these goblins, and you can go on your own way. And that did it. They turned.
Worst case, you could say we misread it. Misunderstood the scroll.
Yeah.
Jump on polar bear. That was great. Just like an orbital drop shot bear, just smash through the roof. Fuck yeah.
Look, I played enough Dark Souls to know that the most powerful attack you can possibly do is a drop attack.
Drop bear, yeah. Was it? You can do it in Baldur's Gate, can't you? With an owlbear.
Oh my! Oh,
In owlbear, I've seen drop from the sky and do like 999 damage or something.
My favorite combo is the one where
drop.
you give loads of money to your enemy with reverse pot picking, and then use that weapon that does more damage the more gold you have.
God.
Oh no!
Yeah, I remember that.
The good one.
Bear from the top rope though. That's sick. Awesome. All right. Well, I'll end the stream here. Catch us next week and tune in then. Hopefully, Manny will be back. Otherwise, I'm sure he's just caught up in stuff. But yes, see you all then. Bye bye.